Good morning, Brick World. How's everybody doing today? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, because I'm using a different microphone and I'm actually running two laptops at the moment. So I don't know. I was supposedly having some microphone issues last night with one of my microphones, so I'm trying the other one. And I know nobody can see my face yet. I'm getting ready to get the other camera up and running. Before I do, let me run down up. All right, cool. You can hear. Excellent. Excellent. All right, good. That is good news. Okay, let me say hello to everybody. Samson, what's happening? Yeah, do you like that Superman versus Iron Man thumbnail I did? That's pretty good, right? Money's on Soups. Yeah, I think I would have to put my money on Soups as well. I'm pretty sure that yeah. Oh, you're quoting me. Yeah, there's this band called Soul Coughing, and they broke up a long time ago. But one of their songs they talk about how the sun has come over to our side of the world to char our side of the world or something like that. I can't remember how it goes, but anyways, Bounty Hunter Bricks, good morning. How are you? Will, what's up? Oh, this 30 minutes ago, you guys were talking about that. Jedi Master, what's happening? How you doing? Alterations, animations, what's up? What's up? Jonah, good morning. How are you? Late night, early morning. I know, I know. And I had shut my stream down so I could go to bed. And what did I do? I went over and hopped on CC stream, and I was on there for I don't know, like an hour maybe. I was only gonna be on there for like half an hour, but it ended up being like an hour. Raptus, good morning. How are you? Kittenville. Oh yeah, Kittenville. We're supposed to get some of that next week, which makes my job even more stressful than it already has been. But that's nothing that you guys need to be concerned about. I'm not gonna bore you guys with my stressful days at work. Lego Boy, good morning. How you doing? All right, good. Yes, everybody can hear me. That's good. Burner Builds, what's up? Snappy Grip Bricks, Bricks T, what's up? Jazz, how you doing, man? Hope everybody's doing well. Lego Boy says hello, good morning to everybody. All right, I think I caught up. Up, Joe Motion Studios, what's up? Good morning to you. Um, yeah, Alteration says, Bricks Toys, I was just watching your Walmart video. I got the notification for it, but I haven't gotten to watch it yet. We're supposed to get snow this morning. Yeah, burner. Yeah, you must be further north because we're not supposed to get it until Wednesday. Gosh, I hope it stays at least until Wednesday because I need Monday and Tuesday to prepare for this stuff because I got a load of other things to do. What's up, Corey? How you doing, man? Loads of pops in the shot there. Yeah, these are all the boxes. I have whoops, yeah, I pushed Dark Side Ray back. Go up, there we go. I have the the pops all over the place in display, and I got them in a display the baseball bat display cases. Get that back where it was. There we go. We're supposed to get lots of snow next Wednesday. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and a lot too, not just like a little bit. We're not just getting flurries. Apparently, we're getting. It says everything from 3 to 8 inches to 12 inches. I mean, I think we're probably going to get at least probably about a foot the way it's looking, because it's going to be snowing day and night, like all day and night. But the newscasters tells us not to pay too much attention to the accumulation at the moment because it could shift and change by the time next week comes. Burner Builds. 11 days till Christmas for me here in Australia. Woo! 11 days, man. Time is going by. Burner says, I'm in Missouri. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you guys definitely get a lot more snow, I think, than us. Like what says, they're scheduled to get a foot here in New York. Yeah, and I mean, I'm in Maryland, so I'm not far from you, so that's probably about right. So yeah, no fun with that, right? What's up, Lego Beast? Corey says we got no snow. Really? I thought you guys already had tons of snow. Jedi Master says I can't chat much in the stream. I'm watching a baby. No, it's all good, Jedi Master. I appreciate you just saying hi and stopping by and everything. It's awesome. Burner says they're only supposed to get 1 to 3 inches. Oh well, yeah. Skiing sounds fun. All right, let me get this other camera on. So you guys could have the 2-camera operation going on here. There we go. I don't know which side would be better or if it matters. Actually, you know what? I think this side would be better because then I can do this. Yeah, I'll do that when I actually start building. But all right, so as you guys see, I got the Challenger built. Really cool car. It's really good. Put that right there, and then we've got Charger. Hey, what's up, BBTV? Checking in. We'll probably have to leave towards the end. Stream to visit my mother-in-law for her birthday. Oh, well, happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to her. Hey, what's up, Bill? How you doing, man? Bricks of Lithuania is in the house. Oh, Alaska Sniper and Iris Studios. It says you got ads. That is cool. I mean, kinda. Sometimes the ads are cool, actually. I remember not long after I got first advertised, I was going back and watching one of my videos, and one of the advertisement was for the Mandalorian. I was like, holy cow. I was like, there's a Mandalorian commercial on my video. Hey, what's up, Greg? How you doing? London Bridge Bricks in the house, everybody. And Eileen Park is in the house. Good morning to you. Hope you both are doing well this morning. Or I guess, Greg, I know it's afternoon where you're at. Eileen, I'm not sure if it's, well, you said good morning, so hopefully it's good morning where you are. Let's see, what else everybody's saying? Don't you get money from ads? Yes. Yes. So it's basically, because I think the analytics right now, I think it's about $9 for the CPM. So basically, as long as I'm doing my math right, I think that means basically you get like $9 per 1,000 views on a video, and then it calculates backwards from there. So obviously, I've only got like one video that's got like 1,000 views, so I guess it would just break it down to whatever the change is or the lesser amount. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Bricks for Chris? Good morning. How are you doing? I missed some comments. Hold on, let me go back up for a second. Bill just saying hello. Greg says, "Go for Brick Hive. I love it when I go into our channels and we have Lego advertising before our vids. It makes me super proud." I know, right? It's pretty wild. I will say that. It's definitely wild. So the next perk, as far as what YouTube will allow, unless I'm missing something, is when I get to 10,000 subscribers, you're allowed to advertise. Like, for instance, you can advertise your Teespring account. So once I get to 10,000, I can actually put pictures of like my merchandise underneath the video. And Greg, I keep forgetting to congratulate you. You went from 1,000 to 2,000 in about a week. So congratulations on 2,000. And also, everybody, if you haven't already, go check out London Bridge Bricks channel. It's really awesome. And check out each other's channels if you haven't. There's a lot of good channels out there, and I'm all about support. So it's just really nice to support each other. Help lift each other up. Oh, Bricks and Lithuania, what do you say? You can't join today? You got homework to do? Yeah, no, it's all good, man. It's all good. Authority says you got total battle ads. Nice. This is my Star Wars advent calendar. Got two of the Republic frigates today. Oh, okay, nice, excellent. Oh, you got the Star Wars advent calendar today too. Alterations, awesome. Yeah, London Bridge Bricks has been doing some videos on the Star Wars advent calendar lately. Bricks says doing good. Now you live early on a Sunday. Yeah, I had to get up way earlier than I would have normally because of work. Work, work, work. But it is what it is. Yeah, man. It's crazy how much the shorts, really help out the channel. I mean, I've always said you got a great channel, anyways. Don't get me wrong, but there's no doubt, man. Like the shorts videos are helping people grow. I mean, you and Cece are a perfect example of that. Like I said, you gained 1,000 subscribers. Dude, look how long it took us to get to 1,000 subscribers. Then you just gained another 1,000 in like a week. You're up to what, like 200,000 views, something like that on your channel. Yeah, man. I told you, like, I mean, again, like I said, it's definitely the shorts are definitely helping him. What's CC at now? Like, CC's at like 4,000 subscribers and multiple millions of views. I'm pretty sure. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. And that's just YouTube. I mean, I it's crazy because and it's a good thing, but it's just wild because I'll look at somebody's channel one day, you know what I mean, and then like within a week later, I'll look back and they're like over 1,000 subscribers or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, holy cow, man! I wish I would have had these shorts out like when I first started the channel. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Um, Prick B. Oh, you're talking to Brick Bunnies. Jedi Master says, my baby cousin just called you sus hive. Really? That's, I guess that's a new one. What am I? Like shady looking? Is it the camera angle? All right. Well, let me get on some royalty-free music to listen to while we build today. I was listening, jamming out to some pretty cool, gosh, I don't even know what you would call it. I'm not even sure what the right word for the music would be. Will says, I've been up all night. I fell asleep for a second there. Yeah, man, I'll tell you. I mean, I thought I was going to get to have an extra hour, hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours of sleep this morning, which I didn't get. But I really should have just went to bed like right when I ended my stream last night. Oh, right on, Corey. Yeah, man. Just let me know. Um, and any of my other regulars, or have been on the panel before, if you'd like an invite, Greg, I don't know what you're up to. Oh, Kyle, what's up, man? Kyle, BBTV. I think you said that you couldn't, like, you're going to be doing something, or I can't remember what you said, BBTV, but regardless, for those who've been on the panel before, like I said, if you want an invite, let me know. Good morning, Jonah. How are you doing? Um, Snap says, Berkhive, that was a sweet tutorial you posted on stop motion. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, I'm going to do many more of those, even ones that I've already done. Like, so like the last one I did was a masking video. You know, I will do another masking video in the future, like down the road, because I didn't even get to show all of the masking techniques. You know, generally there's just one major technique, and that one I didn't even really show. I just showed some of the stuff I was doing because at that time when I made the video, I had to try and work around these shadows and stuff like that. Which again, I was talking about in the live stream last night, that is a big obstacle I'm trying to overcome. Because general masking, you know, where you take a picture of the whatever it is without it in the picture, uh, you know, that's that's pretty standard, you know what I mean? But like with what I'm doing, you know, with like I said, with all these shadows and stuff like that, it just makes it very, very difficult. Alteration says it is really late for me, so I have to go. Oh, okay. Okay, no problem, Alterations. Thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. And I just seen Moto pop up in the chat. And we have a Doc Samson in the panel. Hey.
Trying to get all this figured out. Ha ha! Hello, hello, hello. Here I was like listening and whatnot, and I was like, dang it, I have an invite somewhere, don't I? I gotta.
Oh man. No,
and I'm working on a secret collab, and I call it secret because I stole some music, stole some music from a YouTuber, and now I gotta contact that YouTuber and be like, hey, can I use this music in my video? Well, the worst part is I forgot what their name was, and so now I gotta go search them up. Search them up.
Oh, hi, Chef. Good morning. And if nobody can see it, let me show you. Moto is in the chat right now.
Oh yeah, look, Coconut. You got Coconut Studios too.
Yeah, man. I've had it for a long time. It was too big to fit on my other laptop. So I'm getting ready to have a laptop sticker video soon for my new laptop. Because I've got, I don't know which ones of these I'm going to leave and which one's going to put on the laptop, but I've also got the Mandalorian one from Mr. Hinkle.
Yeah.
That definitely is going to go on there. I've got a couple of Ninja
Bricks
stickers.
Ninja, yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to stick this one or not, but you know.
I hate the name. Hate the name.
I feel like this is more of a an older Baby Yoda.
That's teen Baby Yoda.
Yeah, I feel like this is definitely like T-Fall Baby Yoda. Got me the Pink Bucket Nation. Got Gorillas. I think this is Murdoch.
Okay.
Remember?
All right, so you just said that. Then I recognized it. First I was like, who the heck is that green face guy? Okay.
Right. I got me a couple of Lego stickers. You check that out. That's, you know, the computer print.
The computer print, yeah, and then that's the Death Star instead of just the regular planet. That's the Death Star with that X-wing.
I've got me my red brick Lego sticker.
All right.
And I only have one of these, so I haven't decided if I'm going to stick it or keep it.
Yeah.
Because it's such a great drawing, and I love those two so much. And then, you know, Brick Trains, Brick Bender, you know, he gave me one of his stickers. So a lot of stickers going on. Did I miss anybody in the chat? What happens after you hit 10,000 views on a video? I don't know.
You do a dance.
I will. I'll do a dance.
You're like, do a dance.
I mean, I'll sit there and try and do like every dance I can, like the robot, and you know.
Especially after you're done staring at their view, like, really, 10,000? What?
Dude, I'll do the electric slide, man. You guys get me there, man.
Electric Boogaloo.
BJ Animated Films. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, hold on a minute. I gotta get back down here. I can't. I miss some chat. Scan your favorite logo sticker paper for print. Yeah, I've done that. But they just don't come out as good, you know. And like, for instance, like the stickers that I made through Teesprings, like they go out to the Honeycomb members. So I'm gonna send one to Ninja and Mrs. Neverland soon. And they're like nice die cut stickers. They're like thick. kind of, you know what I mean? They're not just like real flimsy. Actually, Mr. Hinkle stickers are like that.
Yeah, well, it all depends on the paper you buy, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Printing
and
capability.
yeah. So that's that's why I want to try and have good products. You know what I mean?
Okay, I gotta say, I also have to say as well, stop teasing me with the dang drag race. Okay, just stop it. Just stop it, stop it, stop it. Release it, or just, just stop it, stop it. It's just like every time you're just like, oh, look, it's not nothing else. Look, he killed somebody on the side of the road. Just stop, and just show the video. Dang. It looks like there's gonna be a lot going on too. It's gonna be busy.
You know what's crazy? Oh, hold on a second. Raptors is here. All right. Hi,
I
Raptors.
want to talk to Samson.
Samson. Yeah.
That's very close to Hive. That's very close.
Yeah. There's a lot going on, but there's not as much time in this as like the 2 Misadventure episodes. You know what I mean? I mean, it's still, I would say with all the footage, because like I was explaining in that tutorial video,
Yeah.
that was like, I think 1,333 shots in that video, but I've also got 4 other video clips that have between 20 to 200 shots. You know what I mean? So I should have roughly pushing 2,000 shots in this, which would make it, I don't know, under 2 minutes, but it'd be pushing 2 minutes.
So do you have a time that you set for you? Like, I want this one to be 3 minutes long. Do you do anything like that, or you're just going along and then you're like, well, it's done?
No, because for some reason on this one, I have like my main footage film, and then for some reason I started making like extra clips. So like I would have like 2 of them racing, and something would happen, and I'd go back and watch it, and I'm like, yeah, that just didn't seem like it took long enough. You know what I mean? So then I'd have to film like an extra 3 seconds or so of just the racing. You know what I mean? Just them going by, that movement footage.
Yeah.
Because this was the other difficult thing about it, and it's going to require, I guess, some imagination by everybody. Is a drag race is just straightforward.
Yep.
For those that might not know, it's not like curves and this. It's just 2 straightforward races, and it's just time, like how fast that person can get to point A to point B. Now, at first, when I first envisioned this race, I was like, okay, the drag race is just going to be the length of like the strip of city that I got here, basically my table, or 2 tables put together, right? But then I realized, as they're racing, when things happen, whether it's a ninja jumping off of the sword or whatever the case may be, there has to be a longer stretch of road for this to happen on. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what the imagination part's going to come in, is where, and I don't think it's not going to mess anybody's continuity up in their head, because everything happens so fast. But yeah, the race is longer than my table. And which means that also when I'm doing these shots where the background is moving and stuff, I had to reuse, obviously, not footage, but I had to reuse my set. The good thing
I would just imagine you would just rearrange the buildings. Be like, okay, now put that one there, and this one here, and that one there, and
I could have done that if I use a set. You know what I mean? Like a set, but I'm using my city, you know what I mean? So I don't think it's really going to be noticeable unless you keep watching and then really start looking at the background, which probably a lot of people will, because obviously if you pause it, you know what I mean? Like you can start going frame by frame, you'll see like stuff in the background, all the mini.
Like, how many times are you going to drive past that bank? What's going on here?
I have an idea. My idea is, and I'm not sure if you've already done this, I bet you have, but just go to the very end of the street after like that part of the race, then just turn the vehicles around and film it the other way.
I did think about that. But it's still the same background, you know what I mean? It's just they're going in a different direction. So it's not like the background changed as much. Now, see, like when I did the Misadventures of Brick Hive, when they're driving and stuff through the past all the rock cliffs and stuff like that, that was here, and I was moving the set, And even though it wasn't a lot of variations, I was still like switch it up as I was moving stuff by. And like I said, it is what it is right now. I don't
green screen.
Also things where I've got shots that you're gonna see like my room real quickly because I just didn't. I some stuff it's not hard to green screen, but like I couldn't have like, and maybe I can figure something out eventually. But trying to drape an entire table like and then around, you know what I mean, with green screen. So it is what it is.
I would think that the thing with the green screen, like if you did the drag race in front of the green screen, you wouldn't have to move. The bikes wouldn't have to move laterally. They could you could do more stuff on the bikes with the people, but then it'd be really confusing to like put the background. Then you could like film whatever background you wanted, and
Well, and generally
suddenly they're in the desert, and
yeah, and
back in the city.
Well, I like to use as little green screen as possible because to me, I mean, again, I have not even come close to mastering it yet, but it just doesn't look right to me so far. I mean, it looks okay to a point, but I don't know. I'd much rather just have the real thing as far as most of the sets go and stuff. But I think, like I said, there's so much going on, and there's so much humor, because of the commentators. I don't, like I said, until you start going back and rewatching a lot of stuff, I don't think too many things be too noticeable because, again, it's just everything's happening too fast.
I have a question about this drag race.
Yeah.
As you've probably seen, if you've watched a lot of drag races, there have been accidents on the drag races where like some of the cars would like burst into flames and crash. Are you gonna have like something like that?
Yeah. But they're not necessarily accidents. They're done on purpose.
What about parachutes? You got the parachutes open in the back?
No. Because
inaccurate, debunked.
The thing is the only thing you see as far as the end of each individual race is whoever wins, you just see them going off into like the finished area. You know what I mean? I didn't have like a finish line that you see per se, because each race. I mean, this isn't like a spoiler. I'm assuming everybody probably would just know this. Like, really, each race, isn't really about the race, about the time. It's really about who survives.
Who survives?
Right.
Lobo wins!
You think that you're going to race Lobo, and he's not going to just try and just kill you or something.
Exactly. Pull out his gun and just shoot you. Bam!
Right. Or at least run you off the road or something. You know what I mean? Like,
there better be some cars crashing into the crowd in this.
Well,
plenty of deaths. Plenty of deaths.
I mean, the crowd, is pretty safe for the most part.
I need my vehicular manslaughter fix right now.
Hey, real quick, let me say hello to a few people I've seen jump in. Jesse's Brick Galaxy, just build it. Deppy. Who else I saw? I think I saw BFAB. There's Lando. Brett.
Did we say hi to Kyle?
Si's in here. What's up, Si? Oh, BFAB. BFAB, I thought I sent you an invite. I'm not sure. I might not have, because I know you guys are up late, man. But if you want an invite, let me know. Debbie, thank you. I appreciate that.
Cat emoji, whatever that means.
We need Deppy in here. We need Deppy and BFAB.
Yeah, I'm really anxious to finish it. Don't get me wrong. For different reasons. One, because I want to get it out, for everybody. Two, I want to just get it finished because I just haven't had as much time to work on the stuff like I used to have because of my new job. And I don't know. It's just taking a lot longer than I wanted to. Even though it's a long process anyways. But also, I want to get started on the next Misadventures of Brick Dive too. Because I just kind of started that, and then I deterred away from it and decided to do this random one, which I'm glad I did because that was my plan, and I'm glad I remembered because I wanted to put out like a Misadventures, then a random short, then a Misadventures, then a random short. So, yeah, good stuff.
All right, because we're all waiting for. Everybody's waiting for it. We're like, dang it, he keeps doing these how-to stop motion videos. It's just like, what's the deal with that?
I thought almost about not doing the majority of the masking with the land speeders. Because for me, I would like it would look better and stuff, but I didn't think too many people would probably care because they're on 1x2 clear bricks or something, like, so it's not extremely noticeable in the bigger scheme of things. I mean, I definitely would mask no matter what the stuff that has to do with like the sticky tack or somebody's jumping, like
Yeah, I mean,
things
people. I think people will let it go if it's actual Lego that you like. Look, it's flying because it's got clear bricks underneath it. People will be like, yeah, okay, it's flying. I
Can
see
you
it
show me
flying.
how to do
I don't
that?
see the clear bricks, but yeah, if you had a wire under there, I'd be like, I saw the wire.
Well, and the only reason I even say that is because obviously I would be able to get it out a lot faster. Because like I explained in that tutorial, I mean, think about it. I got roughly pushing 2,000 shots, you know what I mean? And I've got to mask almost all of those. So even though the masking part might take maybe even just a minute or two, if that, but still, when you have to do it like
2,000
1,000
times,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, you're like, oh, here we go again. It starts to take 3 minutes and then 4 minutes to do one because you're just like, oh, again.
Oh,
Hey,
Pep says he'll take an invite. Okay.
out of curiosity,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I missed this or not because, frankly, I don't really watch the tutorial videos. I just drop a like, comment, and leave.
Yeah, fine. What's up?
Like, comment,
How
and
do you
leave.
do the
Ouch!
How do you do the putty? How do you do like the putty, then like get it out of the screen, like basically make it look like everything's floating, basically, like when something jumps and then you add the putty or whatever.
Well, Rapids, I don't want to sound a certain way, but I explained it in the tutorial video.
Exactly. Explained it in my last video. Why don't you take a look at it? Instead of just dropping a like and leaving.
What you're talking about. I mean, I highlight where I mask out the 1x2 clear brick, but it's the same exact thing with the putty. It's just you have a template picture behind that picture. So when I go to erase, and it erases the front picture and leaves the back picture. So that's how you make it disappear. It's hard to kind of explain. It's easier to show.
Easier to show.
I think I understand, but that's got to be hard because with me, my lighting is terrible. So like, if I take a picture like 1 minute after the other, the shading changes and then it just looks terrible.
Well, that's why like I never got my blackout curtains. I kept forgetting to order them. So like I said, I can't do any of the stop motion until at night. Because you can't have like basically when you're doing stop motion, everything has to be the same, like everything, unless the stuff you want to move. But like the lighting, like you got to put the sticky tack down on like your base plates and stuff. Like everything has to can't move because even in my tutorial, when I did one of the shots, there was just a very very slight variation. But the problem is, like I'm pretty good at like covering a lot of stuff up like that, you know what I mean? But if it's too much or or too long, it's very noticeable when you're doing the stop motion. So, it's and the thing is too is some stuff you don't realize until you get so far into the process. Sorry, for example, something I noticed, and there's nothing I can do about it now, but when I've gone back and watched some of my footage, I didn't notice it first, but then when I watched it a little bit more, I noticed I had some light flickering. I'm like, what the heck, dude? How is that even possible? Because these lights are I have 3 lights on when I'm doing stop motion. My 2 lights that are under the shelf above the city, and then my overhead lights. Everything else is shut off because I can't have any shadows or nothing like that. So I'm like, where is this? And I wear black shirts. So, like, I know there's no reflecting off my shirt. So I'm like, where is this light flicker coming from? And it's not horrible, but it's just enough that I can notice it. And I realized it's from my laptop.
Your laptop.
Yeah, when I'm streaming and doing the stop motion, with everybody, it's that. So I'm going to have to, like, face the laptop away now. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, because the screen light and dark changes, yeah.
Dude, and it's because the laptop's far away from where I'm filming, unless I'm like right up close, but those aren't even the shots, you know what I mean? Like it's different shots. But it's just that it's just enough light to do that. Hey Brick Studio, how you doing? Good morning.
I really like that Brick Hive coffee mug. Well, coffee cup.
Oh,
That's
thanks.
that's really
My
cool.
Mrs. Hive got that for me for I think my birthday last year.
And remember, everyone, you can get in the link into the description. Shameless plug.
Good morning, Papa's Bricks. How you doing, man? So BFAB, I sent you an invite. Good morning, Sans. How you doing? And good morning, VJE Pictures. How are you today?
We have a Sans in the chat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't
B4C
send
is
BFAB
here.
or Sans. I think as invite because they were up so dang late, man. I was like, dude, I don't want to send them an invite and
What were they up
wake them
late?
up or
What were they
whatever.
up late for?
Well, I know they're on Cece's stream when I left, and I don't remember what time I left, but because when I ended my stream, I was gonna go to bed because I knew I had Good Morning Brick World, and then I went over ahead and hopped on her stream for I think about an hour or so. Oh, we have a guest. We have a guest. Corey's here from A&A
Did you
Hobbies.
drink?
Did I drink? Hey.
Yeah, it's a drinking stream. Did you drink?
No.
Disappointed.
Good morning, everybody.
Hello there.
Hello.
What's up, Doc? I thought I'd jump on and flex this little Lego set here.
What is it?
Oh yeah, just a little set. Just a little set.
I can't see
Nothing
it. You gotta bring it closer to the screen.
I'll bring it closer for you, Doc. You have your glasses on?
Yeah, I have them on now.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, it looks like some sort of Heli Carrier or something.
I can't really tilt it because all the little micro planes and stuff will go flying off of it because I got it all set up for it.
Is it a set or a mock?
Test.
No,
drop
it's
test. Drop test.
drop test. No rapper. It's what's that? I can't remember what the set number is. The box is over there. 76042.
So is that the new one that everybody was hating on because it didn't come with any minifigures or whatever the heck it was?
No, this one is I think 2016 or 17.
Oh,
We
okay.
can't get it back on the stand now. It's 3,000 pieces.
3,000. Wow.
Oh, BFAB's here.
Does it come with a Nick Fury?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'll pull your screen up, man. I'm sorry. I was just dealing with something with work right now.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Nice.
All right, so that's legit Heli Carrier. Okay.
Yeah. So and then you can power it up, right? So all these turbines will. You can put a motor in it. They all spin. You can put a lighting kit in it.
I just want them blue claw pieces.
that
Corey,
is
now
nice.
lift it
That
up
is nice.
above your head a little bit. Okay, lift it
Oh,
up.
yeah,
a little
be
bit.
fat?
Yeah, lift it. Yeah, lift it up above your head and just slowly let go of it.
I want to hear why. I want to know why.
I think it'll take off and start flying. I think that's what it showed on the picture.
Yeah, I got all these little micro figures plopped everywhere, like Nick Fury's right there and Ant-Man. Oh, Nick Fury's up here. This is Hawkeye, I think. So,
Corey, if you don't try it, you'll never know if it can fly or not.
it's pretty sweet.
It is sweet. Comparing it, especially to like the newer one that came out last year, I think, or was it this year?
I have that one too. Why do you want to see it side by side?
Sure, let's do it.
It'll be a joke.
And if it's built, yeah.
People are like, first the Lego releases the microscale helicarrier. Everyone's like, oh, this is kind of bad, but that's microscale, which I understand why people don't like microscale. Then Lego releases the new helicarrier, and they're like, yeah, we don't want this. They're like, dude, I think we want this.
Yeah, that is sad. That's sad.
There's the new one.
Wait a minute, that's a helicarrier?
This
Yeah,
one's.
I know.
I think this one's more based off the video game.
Even so, the video game looks
Wow,
better.
that's just horrible. That's horrible.
Yeah,
Horrible.
It doesn't like it's all cartoony, right? And it's got.
I mean, the
do not-
MODOK is cool. The MODOK is badass. I'm not gonna lie, but the
I
rest
do
of it
not
is
deem
crap.
that worthy. I do not deem that worthy of being a helicarrier.
It's just not the same. So
I
I'll
think
check it out.
regarding like a lot of the Marvel sets, like
Lame.
this year, that came like the Avengers truck takedown. That's a really bad set. I think this year, other than the Avengers Tower, like
The
for the
Tower.
most part, the Marvel sets are not good this year. So
The Tower is probably the best set that was brought out this year for Avengers.
agreed. Yeah. Though I feel like Lego should just go all the way out and make a direct-to-consumer like $300 Avengers Tower because there's so many rooms that they could actually
Wait,
do.
is that the one from Age of Ultron?
No, the one that Corey's showing is the one that came out this year.
Yeah.
Oh man, I liked the one from Age of Ultron.
The one from Age of Ultron, it's nothing special. I do like the white and blue suits in there. Well, I think they're the white and dark blue suits, but like,
We are here
just
to
takes it all
help.
the way out because, like, I mean, in general, it's like the Avengers Tower is iconic to anyone that's a Marvel fan, but they haven't really succeeded in making this like gigantic, nice, Avengers Tower that everyone wants. I haven't heard anyone say like, "Oh yeah, Lego did a great job with the Avengers Towers." They're not bad. Like, they truly aren't, but they're not good either,
Did you see Brixie's custom tower? It's like 4 feet tall.
What's up, Rick Sloth? What's up,
American
building?
Blue- I think maybe Iceberg did a really nice Avengers Tower. No, Brick Hunter. Iceberg I think did one too. But if you guys know a Brick Hunter, he made a really, really nice Avengers Tower. He killed it. So
There's definitely been a lot of nice ones out there, man. Like Agents of Mox got a good one. Bricks Down or Down Under Bricks, he made a good one. There's definitely some good ones out there. I started to build one a while back before I got the Lego room finished, and I just never finished it. It's in a box right now. I was gonna eventually get the new tower and add that onto it, because I didn't get too far.
The brick built Avengers symbols, like really cool.
it's nice. I just think Lego needs to go all the way out because clearly Marvel sets sell well. Marvel direct to consumer sets sell well. Just go all the way out. So.
I'm sure one day they will.
The reason I liked the Age of Ultron one is because Age of Ultron is still to this day my favorite Marvel movie, because the villain was not like too powerful, but yet still had a kick to him.
What? Okay, I'm gonna have to politely disagree with you. You don't think Ultron is powerful? Did you see what he did in the
No,
movie?
I'm saying he wasn't too powerful, but he was still like a match for the Avengers, unlike Thanos, who could literally whoop everyone's on like no matter what.
But you're comparing Thanos. Thanos is basically undefeatable. I mean, he's been defeated, but I'm just saying he's basically undefeatable.
Exactly,
That's
and
like
I still
apples
like
and oranges.
I still like Infinity War, but I do not like Endgame. I do not like
Who's
it.
undefeatable, huh?
We talking about Thanos against Ultron.
Oh yeah, he was really powered down though in the movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Oh,
Thanos
yeah.
is stronger in the comics, right?
Oh, dude,
I haven't
the
read
fights in the comics lasted minutes.
Yeah.
Like it was not like Iron Man. That fight with him and Iron Man would have never even happened. Like he grabbed in the comic books, he grabbed Hulk by the neck and just broke his neck and then threw him to the side. I mean,
Yeah, they really downplayed Thanos, but it's kind of hard to make this epic movie with this villain and these
yeah,
heroes.
there was no choice. They couldn't have done it like in the comic books, because in the comics it wasn't just like, it was like all the Marvel characters fighting them, and then it was like all of like the celestial gods and stuff that like the Beyonder, not the Beyonder, but like the
They
Living
needed-
Tribunal and Eternity, and
They literally needed everyone to take down that dude in the comics.
yeah, but they didn't even take him down. It wasn't even like that. I mean, the ultimately Thanos was the one that took himself down. It's a long story, but he basically let them beat him. So
That's pathetic when your enemy lets you beat him.
I mean, I think Thanos is, like you guys said, they totally downplayed him. Thanos is too OP. He would have just killed them all, technically.
I just really like Ultron because I kind of like his view. Like he didn't see himself as evil, same as Thanos, but he saw himself almost being as Stark saw him, a suit of armor around the world, except he just saw his way in a more extreme version with extinction.
that's one way to put it.
It's one of the beautiful things about Avengers movies, though, is like everybody's got a favorite movie, and they're all different because they're all so good in their own ways.
Yeah, and that's like something I was explaining in like Zebrix had interviewed me, and I was telling him about how Kevin Feige has made this entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, and even though not all the movies are great, some are better than others and whatnot, but you still have got this continuity throughout the MCU, and I was comparing that to like the new Star Wars movies, how they had 3 movies and they couldn't seem to keep just 3 movies in any kind of continuity. You know what I mean? But yeah, they did a great job as far as that goes with Marvel.
Someone brought up Black Panther. I gotta say, I love Black Panther.
Well, the
Yeah,
second one's a go. Even though the passing or whatever of the actor, but they're still pushing forward with the second movie. So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll be
but they're not
review.
replacing him. That's what they said. I think Kevin Feige said they're not replacing him. So I'm assuming, like in the comic book, Shuri's going to take up the mantle now. Immediately
Yeah.
changing it to Shuri, I don't know how I'm going to like the transition, but that's not up to me. And I don't think it'd be a good idea to replace him anyway. So I'm fine with that.
No, I think it's good for Shuri to just take the mantle. Like, and it keeps up with the comics as well. You know what I mean? So
yeah. That being said, in general, I wasn't even a big fan of Shuri. The actress who played Shuri, I don't know her name. I don't feel like she was that good, I guess, in my opinion. I'm not saying Shuri was a character I hated. She just didn't really stick out. Like Black Panther, clearly the main protagonist, the star of the show. He killed it no matter what, and Shuri's gonna have some big shoes to fill. So
right. Yeah, I personally I thought she was great. I thought she was some good comic relief, but wasn't too silly about stuff. I gotta mute my mic for a second so I can open up this bag.
Corey's kid's talking. He threw one of them just across the room or something.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess I'm muting my mic too.
Pop.
Speaking of muting Mike, I gotta go feed my pigs real quick. I'll be right back.
Wow, calling his parents pigs, that's so rude. I'm kidding.
PFAB, I know where you live.
Horrible kid. Kid.
Joke's on you, I'm still here.
MCU is good because they didn't rush their movies. They just went with it slowly and built up a world that people love and care for. That's fair. But the DCEU was rushed and characters were not developed. Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I think for the DCEU, they just threw a bunch of characters together to try to get storylines completed faster, I feel, kind of. I don't feel like any of the DC movies or DCEU movies really killed it. Like Wonder Woman, I don't think I ever saw Wonder Woman. I know a lot of people said they like Aquaman. Actually, I don't think I saw Aquaman either. But like Batman versus Superman and Justice League, they were just bad. It was clearly a joke in my opinion. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate him or anything, but yeah, it could have been better.
When I got in, really great story. When I got in my car accident, I was chilling. I'm like, what do I watch today? I put on Justice League. I'd been up the whole time. Started watching it, fell asleep after like 20 minutes, and forgot the rest. I'm like, this is boring. Woke back up, like, yeah, I'm still bored. Fell asleep again. When it was over, I'm just like, oh yeah, wow, this is over. Good.
What's up, Johan? And what's up, Rogue Runner? How y'all doing this morning? Good morning.
There's, in general, though, a lot of characters that I wish that they could recast. I don't feel like Ezra Miller did a good job as Flash. You compare it to, what's his name? Grant Gustin from the CW show. I feel like he killed his part as Flash, even though he is not, I guess, that nerdy individual like I feel like Flash should be. And plus, I think Flash had, like, orange hair, and neither of them really fit that comic book Flash.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. Oh crap. I missed Bricksloth. Did I miss Bricksloth? Hi, Bricksloth, and then Sir Bricks, and then Cabbage Face.
Did you watch the Netflix series, the Flash series?
The what's it called? The CW Flash series with Grant Gustin.
I never watched any of it.
You've really not? I'm telling you, it's good. I think you'd like it.
Is it good?
I think any of the CW shows are pretty good. Even Black Lightning, especially Crondon, that guy is a beauty. Yes, don't know who Crondon is? Okay. Continue on. That guy, yes, my twin. Hello, brother, Crondon.
Oh, God dang it, man. I can't. Oh, gosh.
Doc's a mute. He just changes it to Crondon without saying anything. But I mean, mentioning CW shows, I don't know. Have any of you guys seen Arrow before?
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
You don't like Arrow?
No.
I thought it was good.
I couldn't watch Arrow because he couldn't put he wouldn't leave his goddamn shirt on. So I'm like, done with
You
this.
can't, Doc, don't be jealous of the man.
Done. Put a goddamn shirt on. Like even the Emperor said that to Kylo Ren. Okay, he's like, put a shirt on.
I feel like Arrow had a better storyline. I feel like Flash, other than I think season 5.
Yeah, and the Flash is blonde haired in the comic books.
Okay, so I was wrong when I said orange then. What's it called? Flash regarding like the CW show, basically other than one season, there's a dude, I forgot his name, that's like he's smarter than all of them, which made it really difficult for the speedsters to like defeat him. But literally all the other seasons, I feel like the villains I can't speak are all speedors, and I feel like that kind of gets repetitive, even though I understand it's the Flash. I feel like Arrow had a really good storyline. Supergirl, they pushed too much of a female narrative, like, hey, female empowerment, and it's like, come on, you don't have to add that to a show to make it good. It was still, the writing was pretty good, but like, yeah.
Right, the fact that Supergirl's the main character, that's their female empowerment right there, just have the show.
Yeah, but even in general...
And you don't like the Mirror Master, the Mirror Mistress, I guess she'd be called in the Flash right now?
Mirror Master?
Well, I guess she calls herself Mirror Master, but, you know, she's a woman.
Oh, I mean, they gender swapped so many characters in these shows.
Yeah, and so she's not a speedster, but she's taking out the whole goddamn team. It's just like, ha-ha, one by one, she's going to kill the Flash in the end.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember that season, the name of the villain. Like, he transfers his mind into different people's bodies, and I think it killed them afterwards. But, like, that season of Flash, like, it was so different than the other seasons. Because they're fighting...
They're always fighting Zoom, it seems like, in Flash.
Oh, yeah, they're always fighting, like, a speedster. Like, I think Grodd became a good guy at, like, one of the last seasons.
Yep.
And I'm like, what? No, don't make Grodd a good guy. I don't want them to fight side by side. Grodd's like, my country is blah, 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 getting destroyed. Flash, will you help me? And then, whatever.
I don't like it when...
You don't like
Hive, there's something wrong with your mic, Hive. It made a weird noise, and then we can't hear you now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
We don't have to talk about specifics of the episode, but is everybody caught up on the Mandalorian?
Yes, it's angering me that they're only going 30 minutes. I'm like, what is the deal?
Doc, I want to too, man. I'm like, freaking, they nailed it with this show. Like, nailed it.
I love the new paint job too. That was fantastic.
As someone who's not a Star Wars fan, they've been killing it with episodes of Mandalorian. That being said, I'm one episode behind, so.
Oh, they're so good. Every episode of them.
Yeah, the paint job, and then I was finally glad to see we got to see the inside, the rotating.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I was very,
I was
very
like, yay!
happy about that.
I was like, yay! It rotates, yay!
Well, I mean, and I've always loved Star Wars ships, so I've always been a huge fan of like the cutout books that show you the cross sections. Show you like the what the inside of ships look like. So I've seen the inside of Slave One before, but not like that. Like that was really cool to see, because I always like, even looking at the cross section pictures, man, I'm like, there's not a lot of room in the Slave One.
That's what I thought.
He's got a very small bunk. There's like a prisoners. I think there's a cell in there, and there's places to put like, you know, the carbon freezing type stuff and stuff. But I didn't think there was like a sitting area. You know what I mean? But apparently there isn't. And there still wasn't a lot of room in there. Like, you know. Like, besides the cockpit, when there's just a couple chairs to sit
yeah,
back.
there's the cockpit, and there's this one other area, and everything's attached to it. It's like...
Right. But yeah, it was great. Very, very cool.
I'm can't wait.
What's up, Greg?
And I laughed out loud when the Imperial music played. I laughed hysterically. I was just like, I'm supposed to cheer for those fuckers? No.
So, just in case, yes, we are talking some spoilers from the show, but what I'm about to say isn't a spoiler because it's not anything known. I just kind of hope Grogu goes to the dark side, but that's just me. I wanted the same thing to happen to Ray. So hey,
Well, you want
somebody in the
to
green room.
love that cute little creature. What?
Yeah, exactly, because he's all this forced training without, guidance. he'll just slip to the dark side because it's easier.
What's up, Jazz?
What's going on, everyone?
Nice
Just,
snow.
Gas in the house.
Look at all
What
the-
stories is hiving and driving?
Is it snowing there?
I know, that was great.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so Greg brought up a really good point. I think one of my favorite scenes in that was the Sonic Charger bomb.
Yeah.
Dude.
You knew that what it was going to be as soon as it flew out the back. You're like, hey, that looks like blah.
I know. At first, I was like, that looks familiar. And when it went off, even though Mrs. Hive has seen, Attack of the Clones, she didn't remember. You know what I mean? And she was like, "Oh my god, look at that thing!" Because it took out both the TIE fighters at once. You know how cool it was. I was like, "I know." It's
So you immediately go back to the YouTube and you're like, let's see the scene, the original scene. Go ahead, Django, do it.
I love that noise so much. I used it in one of my videos a while back for, how I'm always like different ways to hurt the like button. I used that for the hurting the like button once, and I took the noise, the clip, and used it because it's just such a cool noise. And I, if I remember correctly, I think they said they made it by using like a bass string or something, like the way they plucked it and then inverted the noise and yeah, it was amazing, man. Oh hey, what's up, Vic and Bricks?
I think it's a brilliant way to keep that ship going, like to give more background behind such an iconic ship, because there wasn't really a lot of it in the show, like in the movies itself. You had little glimpses, teasers, but then it developed this huge lore behind it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was really, really great, man. So yeah, definitely giving some fan service. Wait, what did Alteration Roadrunner say? Someone was also going to give my personal favorites. Andrew Garfield because oh, you're talking about Spider-Man's.
I have to say that I agree with Doc though. If that season finale is only half an hour, I'm going to be really disappointed.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Better be an hour.
Yeah,
I'm like, I feel gypped 2 half-an-hour episodes in a row. I'm like, we're being gypped here, people. Not only we're not getting 22 episodes at 42 minutes each, we're only, this truncated season, and then they can just, however long they want each episode to be. It's like, no, make a format, damn it.
Is it just me, or whenever I start an episode, I actually look to see how long it is? I'm like, okay,
Yep.
how long is this going to be?
Yeah. Because when I saw the half-hour thing, I was like, really? I was like, that doesn't even seem legal.
And there's so much intro and outro with it too.
Yeah.
Like the drawing. Yeah.
I agree, Rogue Runner. I think we are getting ready to have a phenomenal new era of Star Wars. I just really, really hope they do something completely different. And I know that sounds weird because it's supposed to be Star Wars, but I keep talking about how I'd love to see something like way in the future where you could still have some more and it's still in the Star Wars universe, but just a whole separate plot, story, characters, maybe a whole new Force type of user,
Yeah, I mean, because even though all these new shows are going to be new, they're basically all prequels. So
Because
it's like
all we're gonna get-
I don't like, because certain people have plot armor. It's just, and I want to know, how are you going to get Hayden Christensen in the Obi-Wan show when they haven't met each other until they did again on the Death Star?
I personally think it's just going to be a flashback of like.
Let's
their
ho- let-
time
let's
in Star
hope.
Wars or something. You
Like
know
when
what
it was still Anakin or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the weird thing about that too is it's like,
he's returning as Darth Vader, though, if I'm not mistaken. I thought that's what it said.
I think it's gonna be flashback and stuff.
Okay.
Right.
Because I mean that's totally
PG
different story.
They should make them 45 minutes each. Like I could see them going back and saying, "Oh, here's some episodes of bonus footage," like in the off season to keep their subscription based up, and like going, "Oh, here's a couple extra scenes of this episode, a couple extra scenes of that episode," and throw us more.
Well, I mean, yeah, and look, whether it's Obi-Wan, whether it's the Bad Batch, or I can't remember what else. Look, the only thing I'm not 100% sure of is the Acolytes, because I don't know when that's taking place or who it's going to involve. But these other ones, man, like Doc said about the plot armor, We already know stuff that happens. You know, we know the characters. We know we're just gonna find out more detailed stories of what happened during the time periods that they don't show in the movies or whatever, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's like I don't want. To me, even though it's great, it seems like it's just them resting on their laurels, man. You know what I mean? Like even the Mandalorian, as much as I love it and stuff, it's still just it's still revolving around the universe that we all know already. You know what I mean?
Visiting planets we already know about too. It's just like
Right.
they're playing it safe.
Yeah, it's playing it safe still. You know what I mean? And it's not a bad thing because, like I said, the Mandalorian is really awesome, and they are doing different things. It's just still in the same type of
Well, let's just hope they don't oversaturate us with too much all at once. And I just hate when they make a prequel with the older actors. It's like you're gonna be older and you're gonna play before when you were younger. Oh, okay. It's like I hate that. It's like, oh, now you're older, but I'm supposed to believe this took place before? Yeah, okay. You're taking me out of it. That's why a lot of times they'll recast somebody, like now, the younger actor is somebody else, or the older person is somebody else, but it's like, yeah, it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Rogue Runner, I know. I thought about that, man. Mainly it was the wheels that made me think about it. Not as much as the structure of the tank, but I know. I was like, that looks familiar. Just like how the drop ships look familiar, like the First Order ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to think we're going to get a lot of new Lego sets.
Me too.
I don't know. I guess I don't know which one of us you're talking about. Sans. All of us. Some of us.
All of us.
Turkey. Gobble gobble gobble. Alteration says I would like something right at the start of Star Wars where the Force is just discovered and like the first lightsabers being made and all serious canon stuff for Star Wars. Yeah, even that would be cool because that's far enough back to where it would at least show some stuff that's completely different but still somewhat similar. And the great thing about Mando, is kind of like how I feel like what they would have done with Boba Fett if he didn't die in the Sarlacc pit and they really went somewhere different with the character. You know what I mean? Like it would just be this whole bounty hunter, underground, seedy Star Wars type stories, which would be really awesome. And I'm glad they've done that with Mandalorian, even though it's obviously taken a turn, with Grogu. Which even still, I'm like, man, what the heck they gonna do with this, the child? Are we gonna get a Jedi that's gonna come get him? Is he just gonna stay with, Mando? Like,
I would think he was gonna stay with the Mando because they're a clan of two. And if he can't find his people, if he can't find his people, therefore he's gonna, the code, they'll be together forever.
The thing about that, though, is depending on how much further along Grogu will get with intellect with the age part, you know what I mean? Because he's obviously going to live way past, Mando, you know what I mean? So if, like, let's say he's still not quite fully mentally developed as an adult type being, you know what I mean? Like, would he be okay if Mando's dead and he's just hanging out by himself now on some planet or something? Like,
well, that's like a lot of people are saying. They're like, well, the title of the show is The Mandalorian because it's about Grogu becoming a Mandalorian. Once Mando is dead, he'll carry on the mantle himself in a tiny little Mando suit,
right?
Jumping around using the Force.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know exactly what happened.
I'm not sure where DFAT went to. But yeah, I agree. The Bad Batch trailer was probably my favorite out of all that stuff that came out. Dude, just amazing looking. And I would like to see some really cool Lego sets come out of that show.
Oh man, getting some black clone trooper armor is gonna be awesome.
So London Bridge Bricks asks, I wonder if we'll find out more about Snoke and the Mandalorian. I don't even know, man. I don't even know if I want. I don't know. Like, there's just so much.
They released a lot about Snoke in the graphic novel on episode 9. They went into more background of where Snoke was from, and
That might be interesting if Snoke is the one that Rock contacted.
Snoke had like a fight with Luke Skywalker somewhere in the lineage, and Luke just wrecked him. Like before he put his hands on Ben.
VJE brings up a good point too about how he says, "I want the Mandalorian to be in its own things. That's why I don't want more characters from other shows, movies that be in it." Look, I agree because it was nice to get a couple little things and fan service stuff, but think about like in the first season how like the majority of the stories revolved around just those couple few characters that were new. So yeah, I mean it if it serves the story well and it's purposeful, I understand. But if it's just thrown in there just to appease fans, there are better ways to do that than to mess around with the plot or storyline.
Like with for me personally, I really like Bo-Katan coming into the show because that made sense. She was a Mandalorian. Ahsoka made absolutely no sense and still does not make sense to me. Even though, yes, she's a Jedi, there were better Jedi, I feel like, or bring in like a new Jedi or something like that. Just bringing in Ahsoka made almost no sense.
But the thing is, if you brought in Bo-Katan, then it makes sense that you would see Ahsoka. You know what I mean? Because they are affiliated and stuff like that. Now, if they did bring in Bo-Katan and then Ahsoka just came out of nowhere, I could. But see, here's the thing too, where it doesn't. It makes somewhat sense because look, to begin with, even at the peak. Correct me if I'm wrong, Star Wars encyclopedias out there, but I mean, there was only like roughly 10,000 Jedi. You know what I mean? Like during like the prequels, like at the peak of when they're, the Defenders of the Galaxies and stuff. You know what I mean? There was only like 10,000. There was not like millions or billions of Jedi. So after Order 66, there's only going to be probably a couple handfuls at most of Jedi's left, you know what I mean? Like Jedi's, I don't know about Force users in general. So if you're going to look for a Jedi, with the exception of a few that we may not know about, like who would be left? You know what I mean? Like there's Yoda, Luke, Ben, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka. What's the dude from Rebels? I can't think of his name.
Mason Windu got there.
Kanan. Yeah, Kanan Jarrus.
So I mean, there's not a lot. So I mean, it's not unfathomable to think that if you're looking for a Jedi, Ahsoka would be up there. But I don't know. Boba Fett is one of the ones that now I'm not as hardcore, like disturbed about it as like Rich Boy Jay is, I guess. But I didn't feel Boba Fett was necessary. And
I like Boba Fett.
Yeah, and it's not like I don't like him, dude. Especially like. When he came, I was happy to see him. It's cool. It just felt unnecessary. And I get why they probably did it, obviously. But see, Ahsoka, I can see. Boba Fett is a further stretch for me. At least, and I don't know if this is selfish for me to say, but at least have a scene where maybe like all right, we had a half-hour episode, right? Like, how about adding another, maybe just 10 minutes of Boba Fett, like, talking, like, them just talking in Slave One. Like, there's just some time to kill or something. And he's just explaining, like, how he got out of the Sarlacc pit. Like,
yeah,
hey, that's it's a big thing, dude. That's a big thing, man.
I agree with you, Hive, but for, like, someone who's a big Boba Fett fan, like, having him come back and giving him that, that due process of coming back and I don't know, having that maybe death that he deserves or whatever. I think Corey and I were talking about this. I like it. I like the fact that he's back, and that's what's making me excited about season 2.
And it's like I'm fighting like something inside of me because I feel the same way. I'm excited about him, like, and dude, and to see Slave One, the way we've been seeing it, like we've never gotten to see the ship quite like we've seen it. You know what I mean? So just that, and then of course when he cleaned up the armor, and all that, dude, yeah, it's amazing. It's just I don't know. It's just kind of messing me up because I'm like, wait, let me see what everybody's saying here. So Sans agree it was around 10,000 Jedi. First different species and a woman here is popular. Yeah, I mean, Jared, that's I agree with that. Shai says we still need to know what the Purge is all about. Boa is probably one of the most influential and important Mandalorian's love story characters. Very important to build the story of who Mando is. Agreed. Just as long as it makes sense. And I know that sounds weird talking about Star Wars because there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense scientifically or just plot wise, But for me, stuff that, Go ahead, Raptors.
Sorry. One thing that I really loved about Mando Season 1 was that every time he went to go get himself a new piece of Beskar armor to be forged, I loved how every time she hit the hammer on the steel, he had like a quick flashback of what happened to him, and that's how he kind of got his story almost. I think that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that was. It was a good way to tell it. It wasn't all at once hammering down on you. It was just a little bit of time.
Hammering down. Fun.
Right, exactly. But yeah, I agree, Shai. It would be nice to know more about that, which is why I can't remember if they're gonna have a show. I know Ahsoka is, so maybe that'll tie in with it.
I like how Jeffy basically said it. He says there are literally so many weapons built into Boba Fett's suit that it would be like the Sarlacc pit swallowed a giant pufferfish.
And look, I
just love how that backpack gets reloaded magically.
And look,
Magic.
I am not against Boba escaping from the Sarlacc pit. Like, I'm not against that because if you think about it, it's not a fast process. And most people that have gotten swallowed, even if they have a weapon, they might have one gun or a spear or knife or something like that. But, Boba had his backpack, he's got a flamethrower, he's got all these other weapons. And he's got his armor, which I don't know if they're doing it in canon or not, if it's Beskar or not. I don't think it is, but I don't know.
It's Durasteel.
So I could see if he made it out. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, man. I just need an explanation.
What I think happened is that during the time he was slowly being digested, and that's why we don't see a lot of his armor. And what happened is, what I like to say, when that dragon thing ate the Sarlacc, it didn't eat all of it, and he somehow was in the part that it didn't eat, and he just climbed out of it.
I've heard that.
And just wasn't able to collect his armor.
Okay, Perk, see, yeah, I've heard people bring up the Crate Dragon. And yeah, I guess we'll probably get an updated Boba Fett minifigure. Now he's got that cloth on him and everything. What's up, Nerd Brick?
Movement in the armor.
I want to see. I feel like it would be a stretch, but I really want to see Sabine. And
we will. We'll see Sabine.
I just like how he didn't want to go in armor because they would have recognized his face as a clone. That's why Boba Fett didn't want to go. Dude. He's just like, he was all subtle about it. He's just like, they might recognize my face.
See, that's like, one thing that's also great about The Mandalorian is, they pay attention to detail, man. Like, as far as whether it's references or just in general. Because one of the YouTube videos I watch all the time is Nerd Rockstars. And they break stuff down all the time, and dude can translate like all the Star Wars stuff, language and stuff they have written down. So like, yeah, when they put like Star Wars language in the computers and all this, like it all makes sense. Like it's all accurate or whatever it's trying to say.
I actually really liked. Whoops, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I really kind of liked it when Boba Fett said that. It's like, yeah, they might notice my face. I found that a bit funny because it's like, yeah. It was cool to see. It was cool to see Mando's face again because it didn't feel rushed. It felt like he was almost making a sacrifice to himself, like when he had to take it off, because it was like, if I don't do this, the child basically gone forever. So what am I going to choose? Hiding my face or getting the child? Exactly.
He means more to me than you'll know. It's like, he's going to kill you.
Oh, that was awesome when that
he has to kill you. He can't let you live. It's like, otherwise you'll
He
come for the
knows more
child
to me
again.
than you will ever know.
Exactly.
That was
Threw his
awesome.
words in his face.
That's what made it hilarious and
I know.
awesome.
I was just waiting for that officer to go, "Oh snap!" and go, "Oh, sorry, sir."
Sorry, sir. But that was dope.
I have to
he
get
was
out of
there.
here. I gotta go to Walmart and get some groceries and stuff.
All right, brother. Thanks for hanging out, man.
I'll be back in a bit. I gotta get some Christmas decorations up.
Yeah, let us know if there's any deals at the Wally World.
Oh, I doubt it. This is close to Christmas.
Yeah, the shelves are
I
bare.
know Jazz found a bunch of deals at the Walmart he was at, so maybe I'll get lucky. I'll let you know, Doc.
All right.
All
Have fun, guys.
right, brother. Shy brings up a good point too. The episode also humanizes stormtroopers. I thought that was very interesting. You know, and that's been a debate with a lot of people, even if it's just like friendly debates about the structure of the Empire and the good guys, the bad guys, and this and that. You know, it kind of reminds me of the movie Clerks. I don't know if anybody's ever seen Clerks, but there's a scene where the two clerks are talking about Star Wars, and one of them says that the rebels, you know, killed a lot of innocent people that was on the Death Star, because it wasn't like it was just filled with just stormtroopers and you know, the officers. Yeah, you gotta have people that do maintenance or cook or whatever, you know what I mean? Or maybe like do repairs, like contractors, you know what I mean? Like for instance, the you know, the ships were I don't know about all of them, but I know a lot of them are built on the Carillion world. Sorry, I'm just drawing a blank with stuff. But anyways, the point I'm making is like people that built the ships and stuff like that, they're contractors. It wasn't just like the Empire, you know, and people trying to make a living. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of gray area involved in some stuff. It's not always just black and white, you know. And think about like, you know, propaganda. You know, it's why like so many people in the Star Wars universe, like past the prequels, like didn't really, you know, they thought Jedis were a myth and stuff like that, or they were bad guys or evil wizards or whatever you want to say. Let's alteration 10. Also, it is so weird to look at how well you can see the Mandalorian's emotions even when the book on his head. Yeah, man, isn't that crazy? You notice when he said he means more to me, he said he, not it. Yeah. Uh-huh. Debbie says we need a Crate Dragon set.
5,000 pieces, $1,200. Here it is.
The rebels are evil, Debbie says. Yeah, I mean, and think about, there are repercussions to stuff. And again, these are all like little hypothetical, you know, weird arguments, you know, to make or whatever. But like, think about, this is actually, if I remember, I think I read this in a comic book. But so yeah, the Death Star, you know, when the second movie, when they blew it up and everything, a lot of those pieces obviously fell to the planet, which killed, you know, a lot of like Ewoks and stuff. Like there's a lot of like stuff that happens, you know what I mean, that I don't think that they either don't think about or don't care to think about. And yeah, Debbie, when they blew it up, it was still being built. So I mean, again, it's not like stormtroopers are constructing the Death Star, you know what I mean? Speaking of stormtroopers, I was thinking about something. I was thinking about Finn, and Finn said that he was in the what was it, the waste department, trash or whatever. So if that was his designation, so what is it like? If you're a stormtrooper, when it's time to go on a mission, like you got to go on a mission, but when like I guess when you're not going on a mission, you're doing a different type of job.
And that made no sense to me. It was just like, yo, janitor, we're about to invade this planet. We need you. You know, the fact that we have 2,000 trained and ready actual infantry guys here, we're not going to use those. We're going to take 20 janitors. Let's get in this ship and go down there.
Well, so it made me think of like all the officers, Darth Vader and the Emperor, like in like a board meeting, and the Emperor's like, we need to get the cost down. We gotta get it within budget. How are we gonna do it? And they're like, well, how about we just go ahead and eliminate our janitors and just make the stormtroopers do it.
We'll make a chores list and everybody can rotate through.
I mean, they can't aim for nothing. Maybe they can clean a little bit better. Oh, goodness. So Lennon says, I feel sometimes the Empire were the good guys. In all honesty, the rebels didn't fix things after the second Death Star got destroyed.
Well, yeah, we didn't know what was fix what. That's the thing. It's just like.
And then on top of that, during Mandalorian, you learn that the New Republic really does not have their crap together with a lot of stuff. Their structure. Like I remember watching a video and somebody mentioned about how Cara Dune, like, okay, now in this New Republic, an officer or sheriff or whatever Cara Dune was, is like she could just walk into this. This prison system or whatever, you know what I mean, and just tell them I'm taking this prisoner, like
flash your badge and yada yada. Yeah, a lot of times they act like everything. They have all this technology, but they act with like it's the 1850s, and you can just if you have enough money, you can just anything and everything. Even though we have all this great technology, none of it actually works. Half the time, you're just kind of like, why are people not using scanners? How is this ship, with not cloaked, approaching this, secure base? It's supposed to be a secure facility, especially these hidden. It's supposed to be a secret mining facility or whatever. So it's like, how is the Slave One landing and we're not seeing it? We don't have satellites in orbit that are like scanning ships that are coming parsecs away so that we know who the heck. It just drives me crazy on Star Wars. It's just kind of like they'll pull out a scanner when they need to for plot purposes, but otherwise they'll pretend like nobody has any.
And so, and here's something else very interesting.
It's like,
BJE says, I feel as if Imperial Stormtroopers are evil since they volunteered, which it's still debatable, because the whole thing is the bad guys generally think they're the good guys. They think they're doing the right thing. Now, that being said, I mean, obviously blowing up a planet is extremely evil.
Despite one person, so you can't be like, oh, that's Leia's fault. It's like, no, they didn't care. That's why they killed all those people.
But continuing with what he says, but the First Order Stormtroopers were kidnapped as children and then brainwashed. Like every once in a while, and I think it's because Finn, even though I don't know if they clearly said it or not, but I know JJ said something about like he was a Force user. So maybe because of that, he was able to break free out of the brainwashing. I'm not 100% sure, but it brings up a good point, man, is, I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of, I don't know.
Yeah, when people are always like, oh, the Empire is blah, and I'm like, really? Everybody liked Hitler until they didn't. Okay? Same thing. So it's just kind of like, you're going to be all like, oh yeah, I'm with, because it's like the Republic, they're like, oh, the Republic didn't get all this act together. Well, it's because the Republic can't show up to your planet and go, yo, you owe dues to the Republic, pay up or we're vaporizing half the people. They can't do that. So the Empire, yeah, its efficiency was ruthless. It was like, pay up, do as you're told, blah, 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 or you're dead. And so, of course, everybody stood in line, everybody did what they were told, blah, 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 peace and security. But at what cost? And it's like, yeah, chaos, is what it is. And it's like, you're just going to have to live with some of that if you want to be free.
Look, here's a very simple example of, for instance, the officer in the latest episode of Mandalorian, one of the things that he says is people want order, not freedom, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's focus on that for 1 second, because this is kind of the crux of the Empire, right? In a way. Like, look, obviously Palpatine's evil. We know that. Sith, like, we get it, all right? The thing about the whole order and freedom. So let's just take something that we can use in America, all right? Let's take fast food, okay? Fast food is a freedom, okay? You can go out and eat as many quarter pounders of cheese as you want, all right? But the thing is a lot of people don't really have self-control. Okay, so they go out and then they get diabetes. Okay, so the argument that the Empire is saying when he says like people want order is because if we don't tell you to stop doing this or make something illegal, you're going to run amok with it and ruin yourself or ruin civilization or whatever. You know what I mean? So basically they're saying like we create order so we won't fall apart, I guess. You know what I mean? Now, I don't agree with all that, but I mean, that's kind of, I think, and when he was saying that, as far as like people want order, not freedom. Because think about it, even the freedoms we have in America, we are free to do what we want to a point. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of stuff that we aren't allowed to do. It's against the law, even though it wouldn't hurt anybody else. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just a lot of gray areas involved in it. But it's a very striking argument that they bring up in some of these episodes and stuff like that. What's Perk say? Perk, when I think back to that scene where you see Ren coming out of the shuttle and pausing laser both in pose, such promise to make those movies. Yeah, I thought The Force Awakens was wonderful, man.
Yes, it was. It was a great start to the whole whatever, and then it just kind of went sideways, and it was like, okay,
yeah, it wasn't perfect or anything, but it was great and so much promise. Whether it was, I liked Rey. I thought Rey was an awesome character. I thought Finn was an awesome character.
Yep,
they were all awesome, dude. Poe was very interesting. I really wanted them to do something more with Finn than what they did, because it would have been cool, because Finn was an ex-stormtrooper. Like, think about what you could have done with that, man.
Oh yeah, and you know he could have helped them more against the resistance. You know, like kind of like that stormtrooper guy did in the last Mandalorian episode by knowing protocols and other. You know what I mean?
Right.
He'd have been a better commander than Poe.
Then you know this whole thing with who is Rey? You know, who is her parents? Who are the Knights of Ren? What was the whole backstory with Luke and his you know his Temple of Jedi? You know.
Well, yeah. Who the heck was Snoke?
There was Snoke. There was so much stuff, man, that movie set up to make an awesome trilogy.
And instead, and then we'll answer questions you didn't ask and introduce a character that everybody hates, and she'll kiss Finn, and the universe will explode.
Right. But like, don't get me wrong. You know, each individual movie. The Force Awakens is different. I mean, again, it's not a perfect movie, but I thought it was great. But the other two, you know, yeah, I got a lot of complaints about them, but I liked them in different ways for their own right, and they were very lovely to watch. You know what I mean, as far as the spectacle, you know, of cinematography. It's just they just had plot holes big enough to drive a truck through. You know what I mean?
Well, the second movie, the slow chase, just boring as hell. That's my problem with that movie. Is the slow chase. It's just like I don't care about any of the plot points that they brought up. Finn kissing, you know, Rose kissing Finn. It's just like what? People fall in love. Sorry that Finn wasn't in love with her. Okay, whoopee. They thought she was gonna die, so she kissed him. I mean, whoopee. Things happen. But you know, the only thing that bored me was just it was a boring space chase. I'm like, come on, more planets, more adventure, more flying around. You know, little ships flying through asteroid fields and what? You know, action, more action. There's two ships, you know, slowly getting closer and blowing up one after the other. Which is
one of the
and the lady in the dress.
One of the great things about
the purple dress lady.
Is, you know. Like one of the things I loved about Empire Strikes Back was the fact that there was this whole adventure that like Han and Leia and without
exactly
Luke. And yeah, I mean you got Bespin, you know, Cloud City and stuff, but yeah, like them just getting away from the Empire and then the asteroid field and like everything that they did, like that took up like, you know, like most of the movie, you know what I mean, on their end. And,
yeah, technically it wasn't the main plot. Luke was pushing the main plot along. They were the side plot, and it was entertaining.
Right.
And that's what they needed to do in this other movie, and that's what they thought they would do when they were like, look, let's go off to the casino planet. It's just like, for what? And nobody, and that's the other thing about the scanners. It's just kind of like, really? I'm on these giant cruisers. I have everything focused on these ships, and I don't notice this little shuttle that pops off and goes into light speed and heads off somewhere. I don't notice that. I'm just like, oh my god. Or the fact that I'm just jumped to hyperspace ahead of these other ships. It's just like, that's just the amount of dumbness in that thing. It was just kind of like, come on. It'd be one thing if they were chasing each other in light speed the entire time.
Well,
and every
that
time
was
they came out, the other ships appeared. And so they had to remain in hyperspace constantly. And so they had nowhere to, whatever. They don't.
Well, that was another.
They could still have chased them and still, advanced their plot the way that they were advancing it, with not telling everybody where we were jumping until we finally made it to the place we were gonna, the secret plan that they didn't tell Poe. They could have still all done that instead of, having them travel in regular space so slow. It was just dumb.
Yeah, no, that's the thing is like, look, this doesn't matter of just type of some warped science fiction or anything like that. It's like, look, there's a lot of things that didn't really make any sense. You know what I mean? But that whole thing with the chase and The Last Jedi was a serious plot point that I'm like, okay, I feel like you're really insulting our intelligence with this. Because I'm going to give you a little example here. Okay, hold on. All right, let me blow up my screen so I get this in full effect.
I love the Star Trek, but my first thought was this is a Star Trek plot in a Star Wars movie.
So we're gonna imagine this is the ship, the good guys, okay? All right. So they're going along, right? Then you've got this giant ship. We won't count anything else. Just this giant ship behind them that can't keep up with them. Like they're just out of reach. Like this one doesn't have big enough boosters to like get a little bit closer. Like, come on, man. Like, I know it's science fiction. I know it's Star Wars, but...
that's why they should have stayed in hyperspace, and they couldn't get out of hyperspace. And they just had to keep on jumping, and the other ones had a tracking right on them. And so anytime they would pop out of hyperspace, boom, that giant ship was right there. And they had to just jump again.
Look, when you're making... When you're making things happen that shouldn't happen to move the plot, that means you suck as a writer.
All right, the plot itself, exactly.
Now, look, I don't know how much like Disney got involved. They're like, no, we can't have that. That makes too much sense. We need to have something like this. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe, but the biggest thing that I've explained to people isn't the individuality of the movies, even though we can have a ton of different debates about that. It's just a coherent timeline of the trilogy. Like, how on earth did you take a $9 billion franchise that you bought and did not have a coherent storyline for the trilogy? I know it's going to waver a little bit because you got a different director or whatever, you know what I mean? But, like a structure, point A to point B. Who is this guy Snoke? Who are these parents of Rey? Palpatine, what? Like, there's so much, dude. We can sit here like for hours talking about all the different things that just did not make any sense, or things they just didn't address, or even the thing where I heard what J.J. Abrams said, but in the Rise of Skywalker, when Finn's telling Rey like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you this," and they never never gets addressed, never. Like, dude, why did he even say it? Like, why would you even have him say it? Like, that's bad directing, man, or bad writing. One of the two. It's
bad editing. It wasn't cut out. It was just kind of like this should have just fallen to the cutting room floor, and we moved on. It's just kind of like, hello, you left too much in.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It does not make sense. Oh, hey, B-Fab's here.
Well, I also thought that that Disney felt that these were just kids' films, and we didn't have to take it seriously. We could just throw some Star Wars and lightsabers on the screen, and everybody will be happy. And they found out that's not the case.
So did you guys hear about the Star Wars episode where Barney fought his father and one of them lost their arms?
Yes. It took place on Bespin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The purple dinosaur, he was badass. Yes. What can I say?
He was hurt so bad when Luke said, "You are not the father."
Oh no!
Barney was like, "No." You see the camera pan up.
Someone needs to spoof that.
He could.
Baby Bot ran in.
Just trying to see Barney wield a lightsaber. He's gonna cut his own head off. He's flopping it around. He'd be all like, "Ah, look at me, I'm Barney."
Yeah.
Victoria Fisher is here.
Oh, so I left for a second, but I'm like, there's so much like Star Wars conversations that I don't want to spoil the newest episode of Mando for me, so I delete for that. So.
Oh, okay. And then what'd you think about all of the new Marvel
Oh, dude.
yada yada that they announced? Didn't they
Look,
announce
They announced a lot.
1,000 projects or some dang thing? It was just
I
like,
can tell you,
Yeah,
a lot of people have disagreed with me about this one, but I'm extremely excited for WandaVision, man.
the
I'm
commercial is not
extremely excited for
the
it.
commercial is
They
not
haven't
intriguing
told me
me.
with the trailer. The trailer. Yeah, they weren't able to sell me on that. I didn't watch the Loki trailer yet, but I watched Falcon and Winter Soldier. That trailer was good. That was good.
Yeah,
A lot
the
of
Loki
action.
one is. I'm very intrigued as to what the heck is
Oh,
he
yeah,
doing?
Loki
What
was
is he
awesome.
doing? What is he doing, and who is he working with? That's what I want to know. But the WandaVision is just kind of like a bunch of 50 different, sitcom variations of them, and it's like, are we going to try to retell the storyline from the comic books where basically Wanda, she created a child because she wanted to live a normal life, and is that what's happening here? Her powers going out of
I'm pretty
control
sure
to
we're
make them
setting
live.
up for
Whatever.
the,
Are they in? Are they
possible-
in? I also feel like it's like, are they in a Matrix-like thing and they don't realize it as well? It's like, because it's got to be more than, because it's going to be Marvel, it's going to be TV, and it's going to be what's his name. So it's going to be, you think it's one thing, but it's not. It's going to be like that. It's going to be like, oh,
I'm pretty sure I know how
and then
they-
when you think you got it figured out, they're going to be like, oh no, it ain't that either. It's it's this, and you're going to be like, what? It's going to be mind blown because her power is to alter reality, and so it's going to have to be something way out there. We're just going to be like, oh no way. And,
I feel like it
it's just-
totally has like an 80s vibe to it for some reason,
A what?
or more like 60s. Is it more 60s than 80s?
No, I think that's not as heavy in it as people might think. I think that's just going to be
It's
the
just
overall kind of look of the show. But I mean, look,
I just feel like it doesn't
there's
feel
a couple
like
things.
It doesn't feel like a superhero TV show whatsoever.
Because it's not. That's because it's different. That's why I'm excited about it. It's something that's a little bit different. I mean, even though it's going to have obviously some elements to it, but there's certain characters that are in the show that make me think of how it might go or what it's all about. But it's also, I think, setting up for events that will happen in A, the new Doctor Strange movie, and B, the new Spider-Man movie, because of the alternate dimensions and universes and stuff like that.
Yeah, did you guys see the next Spider-Man? So Andrew Garfield already. What was that background? Is that for me? Oh no, for me.
No, it's my music. I got like some
well,
background
I don't.
music.
For the next Spider-Man movie, I know Andrew Garfield already signed on, so I think they're doing some dimension thing, and I think what's his name? The guy that played the first Spider-Man. So it looks like they're gonna have all three Spider-Mans in the next Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
So that's Tom Holland,
Electro's
Andrew
going to be
Garfield.
in it. Doc Ock is going to be in it.
Yeah.
The guy that played the Doc Ock from Spider-Man
Alfred
2,
Molina.
and then
Yeah.
Electro from The Amazing Spider-Man or whatever it was called.
I'm really hyped for that. I love to see all three Spider-Mans together, so I'm hyped.
Yeah, I think that they're smart to do this alternate dimension stuff because here's what I keep telling everybody is, look, eventually they're going to have to do something about the Avengers. You know what I mean? And the only thing they can do is either get rid of like Captain America or have somebody generic like take his place, like whether it be the Falcon or Bucky or whoever, you know what I mean? Or they're gonna have to pull a Captain America from another dimension. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where I think they're smart about this because they can play around with stuff. Like they're already doing it with Loki. Like this whole Loki that we're gonna be watching on the show isn't even the Loki that we know. That Loki's dead. Like this is a totally different Loki. So they might eventually do something like that, maybe with Black Widow if they ever bring her back. But yeah, they're gonna have to figure something out. Now I know that they're gonna go with a young Avengers or a new Avengers. That's where they're gonna go, the direction. Because they're already setting it up with like Hawkeye's daughter, Ant-Man's daughter, the other ones I can't think of at the moment. I'm sure Iron Man is probably going to have something to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff, man. I'm also looking forward to What If. I would love to see Lego make a Marvel Zombies. That'd be really awesome.
I would love Lego to come up with these like TV shows and stuff, like they did with Star Wars and stuff, because this picture we had sets based off WandaVision or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like they can do a lot. They're doing it with the Mandalorian. I hope they step and do that with like the Marvel stuff. So
Yeah, we were talking about that last night. I don't think they're probably going to do anything with WandaVision because it's just not action packed, so to speak. Even though we haven't seen it, there might be some really cool action in it. But definitely Falcon Winter Soldier. They could definitely, if they wanted to, do stuff with What If, because it looks like I can't remember her name. Peggy Carter is going to be the captain in this one.
yeah,
But it looked like she was going to be Captain Britain instead of Captain America, which is also Captain Britain is a character that's a guy, and his sister is actually Psylocke. But anyways, so there's different, they can do sets for that. Like I said, I'd love to see Marvel Zombie Lego set. That'd be cool.
Lego just needs to go all the way out.
Dude, when Disney Plus premiered all them shows, man, Lego was just salivating, man. They're like, oh, look at all these sets we can make.
The thing is, Disney is always killing it with these shows. Like Mandalorian doesn't look like something you'd see on a streaming service. You know what I'm saying? Like the quality and everything. It's just like Disney Plus is killing it. So Lego might have to step up the game and give us some better sets for everything. So, but that being said, the Mandalorian sets are really good. I mean, the only one that I'm not a fan of is the Baby Yoda build. That's not me. That's just I feel like it's not as accurate as they can make it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't those types of builds, man. I'm all about the droids, but the more organic ones I don't like as much. I mean, I just want to get the Baby Yoda one just to push off a shelf and do a drop test. That's all.
Abusing the babies in the world. Raptor said, "Sorry, gotta go." That's what he said.
Okay, bye, Raptus. And I saw somebody, Mr. Clone Studios. What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing? And Jedi Master says you gotta head out. And yes, may the be the force with you also. Alright. Moving on to this build.
What are you building?
The Charger.
From Speed Champion? Okay. That Charger is so much better than the one that's coming out for the Ghost Rider set.
Yeah, I meant to look at that again. See how, like, somebody was talking about making this the Ghost Rider car.
I mean, it would fit perfectly. It looks very similar. But I feel like Lego screwed up the Ghost Rider vehicle by putting the stud shooters in the middle. Like they have 3 stud shooters to represent the engines. I don't like that.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah, Lego just wants to add play features to everything. Which can be frustrating.
Yeah. The next End of the Spider-Verse is going to have some cool new Spider-Man. Yeah, I can see that.
Also, what happened to your whole panel? I feel like we were at like 6 or 7 people, and now we're down to 3.
Everybody had to go.
Wow, they ditched you. The Lego Pony streak. Horrible people.
Nobody's ditching anybody.
So I see that beautiful Moto sticker, and I was thinking. So I'm working currently on a video that talks about Moto, features Moto's builds and stuff. And I sent Moto a message yesterday, and I'm just like, I'm like, do you have a photo of you serious or angry? And he's like, no, I'm always happy. I'm like, God dang it, Moto, this is gonna be a difficult to make a thumbnail.
Yeah, this is my Moto sticker with the mustache. I have one without the mustache too.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh.
I was like, Moto, yeah, I'm always happy, and I'm just like, Moto, for the thumbnail, I need you to be serious or upset. Help me out, brother.
Right. It's like I need you to be serious or upset.
I'm just like this to add more drama to the thumbnail, because if you're scrolling down and you see 2 people angry in a thumbnail, you'd be like, let me click on this thumbnail, so.
No, I hear you, man. That's why I was almost gonna rant about somebody last night, and I decided not to. But somebody was like, "Oh yeah, but that's good views," and it's true.
Oh, no.
I'm sure I would get some good views if I like titled it, a certain way and stuff. But I'm trying to wait and find out some information first before I start. Like,
Oh, dang, you were making a CC rant?
huh?
I was kidding. I said, dang, you were making a CC rant?
No, it's not about CC. It's about a big YouTuber.
Aw, going after MNR, that's a good move.
No, it ain't about Ryan. Like I said, I'm
Doc
just kind of
Samson.
waiting to see how some things play out. Just in case I don't like generally saying stuff without knowing all the information about everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I truly try to just avoid drama. I'll shit talk somebody behind their back for the most part. I try not to get involved in drama anymore. It's like,
But yeah, I don't know. Some of it doesn't really make any sense to me. But anyways,
I can have my guy investigate. You ever need a guy? I got you.
The Raptors says like speed champions because they are small cards that can hold minifigs. Yep. What's up, dude? They can definitely hold minifigs. That's true. I mean, the newer ones are pretty nice because they can hold 2 minifigs. But regardless, even holding 1 minifig is good.
I'm just glad that Speed Champions is not discontinued, because a few people were saying that Speed Champions was discontinued, and then we saw the polybag for 2021, which I believe that confirms it's not discontinued. So,
Yeah, I didn't think that they would, just because they seem like they sell pretty good.
yeah, I think the thing is that none of the Speed Champion sets were in the catalog for January through May. Was it March? I don't know. And usually by this time we'd see them in the catalog, and there was none. And I think that's why people were saying it's discontinued. So I'm assuming we'll probably end up getting like a summer wave of Speed Champions, maybe spring. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing too: is it's hard to say because we don't get to see certain numbers of Lego. But even if Speed Champions are doing good, I feel like they put out a lot of new themes, and they're only going to make so many at a time.
Yeah.
So if they've got to kill some stuff to make room for other stuff, even if something's doing fairly well, they might go ahead and put it on hiatus for a while or something. Maybe bring it back later.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Speed Champions been going strong enough for them to continue to make more sets. I don't know how well all the sets are selling, but there's clearly selling decently. But I think Speed Champions started in 2016 ? So like that's been a while, no matter what. So
Yeah, but see, that argument doesn't really work for me. You know what I mean? Because again, it's the length of time shouldn't matter if the sales are good or bad. You know what I mean?
no, okay. Actually, Speed Champions been going since 2015. 2015, dang.
I mean, because
Well, the thing is.
But
So
how they had that
Champions
one set that was 29 and the other one that's 49. The licensing might be what's going to end the thing.
Oh, okay. There's that. Yeah.
I don't think the thing is I don't think Speed Champions is discontinued, especially after that polybag leak, the 2021 polybag leak. Speed Champions is not ending next year just based on that alone. They're not going to just release one-off polybag. But no, I mean Speed Champions, like, I don't feel like they sell amazing, but they sell well enough that it's continued since 2015, which I can't say a lot of themes, especially like car themes, because in the past where Legos tried to bring back racers and stuff, they've tanked. Clearly, Speed Champions is doing well enough for them to be able to keep it going this long. Plus, the team on Speed Champions is only 3 people. I watched an interview. Their team is small, so they're not putting a lot of resources into the whole Speed Champions theme in general because they have a small team, right? And like, even though like licenses cost a decent amount, like they're not using like really like amazing brand new pieces. If they use a brand new hood piece or new glass windscreen piece, they're reusing it for more than one car most of the time. So it's not really costing them a lot of money to make a lot of brand new molds and everything like a lot of other sets do. So
Brick Spray, what's happening?
Beef had words of wisdom.
Productions, how you doing?
Great, thanks for asking.
Like I'm doing super. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say like how they make their decisions on some stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, money is a big factor, but there definitely might be some other, like you said, even if they don't retire it, maybe they'll just, take a break for like 6 months or until the next wave or something.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know Speed Champions is not getting a winter wave, so it's either a spring or a summer wave. Yeah.
Yeah, because the other thing too is, they went to the bigger cars too, so that's also, I guess, another reason why they probably wouldn't stop anything anytime soon, since they just
Yeah.
said that. But let me ask you this, because something I haven't really paid attention to with these new roads, are they still wide enough for the new cars, for two cars to go one side of the other?
Oh yeah. Easily. Yeah, they can fit two cars in there.
Okay.
I just don't like them. I'm not a fan.
Speaking of which, I heard from I can't remember who said it, but that they are going to discontinue the old road base plates.
What?
I haven't heard.
I have not heard anything about that.
Lies! Why would you say that?
I mean, that's just what I
We're
heard.
hearing a lot of
I can't.
audio from Hive's side.
I can see him doing it. Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, like the reason I didn't dismiss it is because I could see him doing it, man. Why? Yeah, they want to force you to buy these new road plates. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they'll cost more. So yeah. And plus, all the pieces would just come from a regular plant instead of some, special fabrication that does the printing and whatnot.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna stock up eventually, get some more. And again, I might be able to find some uses for these new roads. If I get a set and it comes with them. But
I mean, I figure if you're not all millsed up, it's not going to be that big of a deal. And you can probably use
saying
both,
like if you are millsed up, that it'll help you.
Really, it looks like it'd be more of a pain if you're millsed up. It'd be
No,
like
because
the
roads sit higher than a base plate. So at least if you've got mills plates, again, I don't know how much it's going to match up exactly or not. But at least if you've got a mills plate, it's not gonna, the roads won't be higher than the mills plate. You know what I mean? At least it should be somewhat even. Which even then, that kind of sucks because then you don't have a curb. So I don't know. I've been quiet lately about it.
Right, I want to get the one that they leaked. So I just want to get it, build it, try it, see what the deal is before I decide they're horrible or they're the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, it's very odd.
Looks like some nice tile work though. Some nice tiles. I don't know. I don't have a full city, so for me, and I don't have room for streets and whatnot. So for me, I'm kind of like, this might actually be a good thing.
I mean, and the thing is, it might for some people. I'm still very curious to see how well it will fit for even like Ninja's city. He's got that his little city square area type thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm very curious to even see I don't know. I'm just curious to see what some people are how they're gonna pull it off or whatever. Be some good videos out there to watch soon.
So are you working on a stop motion or are you building something?
Oh, right now I'm building something.
What?
I
What are you
can't.
building?
I can't.
A Christmas
Oh
thing?
well, because I if I do the masking and stuff right now, I'm not gonna be able to focus on anything on to do with chat at all. Because it's different than building. I gotta really concentrate when I'm doing all that stuff. Are they a Lego YouTuber?
Who?
Yeah, wait, who? Hive is the person at Lego YouTuber or someone else? Wait, who are you talking about?
Yeah, who?
Brick Clicker, what's happening?
Oh, clicking and bricking. Keep clicking and bricking.
Keep clicking and bricking. Man, that sun's really starting to shine.
Uh-oh. I'm glad we have clouds. If we have sun, it means 30-degree weather. I'm like, gimme,
Yeah, oh man.
It's too cold with sunshine. It's like, no, give me clouds, give me rain, give me 45 degrees, please.
So I went to check on all of our snow equipment
Uh-huh.
last week, and
Snow
I
removal
was so
equipment, you
happy
mean?
because we've got these 2 tractors with plows on them and salt spreaders on the back. So I was like, oh, dude, snow removal is going to be nothing. Yeah, and then I went to go start them the other day, and like, I guess the batteries are dead, so now I gotta get that running. I'm gonna have like 2 days to get all
Oh.
this going because there's a snowstorm on Wednesday, and
Oh, so Raptus is saying the
man,
person that you're upset about, the person you wanted to rant about, are they a Lego YouTuber or just
no, it's a Lego YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
Believe me, everybody knows who it is.
Uh-oh. I don't know.
Oh, you know. Well, I'm not. No, I'm saying like not what I'm talking about, but everybody
Oh,
knows.
you know who they are, but you don't know why? Why you hate them so?
No, like if I said their name, yes, everybody would know who I'm talking about. Believe me.
Oh, okay.
They're big enough.
They're big enough and they enraged you. You're enraged.
Yeah, I've kind of gone into a I just kind of don't care anymore attitude about it. But it still bugs me. But again, like I said, I'm trying to hold out, make sure I'm not misunderstanding something or
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
And if I start complaining, I don't think I'll be able to stop.
That kind. All right.
Yeah.
Cabbage Face wants to know, was it his top 10 that enraged you? No, Cabbage, no.
No.
You do not make enraging content, so yeah.
No.
People watch your content and they smile. They don't get all upset.
Let me put it to you in other words, just so everybody would just make sure, like, even though it's a big YouTuber, so I think that nobody would, think it was them right off the bat. But no, this person has never even been in my chat or stream or anything, so it's not anybody that's going to be in here.
All right. So start throwing names in the chat, people. No. Just kidding. But I'm not. No, just
No, let me find out some stuff, and I'm sure I'll be vocal about it.
All right, you'll make a video. You'll be like, all right, here we go.
Well, the thing is, like
on the record,
it's I don't know what would come out of it. I don't know if the person would care enough to even bother with me, or if they'd be like, oh, blah blah blah, and say something back, or tell their followers to come in and tag my channel, or something. I don't know.
Well, that could be entertaining, though.
It could be.
Especially if they're creative. Could be good.
Oh, goodness. So, hey, you just built it? Can't wait to see next video. Mario's chestnut over an open fire.
That guy, I don't know. I don't know what that's all about.
I've seen some videos, man. People really throwing down some abuse to Mario.
Well, he's a $60 character. I don't know if you want to abuse him too much.
Right. Still curious if we're going to do any more Nintendo stuff too,
I'm just waiting for the next electronic character. It's like, come on, make another character.
I wonder...
Because it's sold well enough. It was sold out everywhere for a while. There was one at the Wally World. I keep looking at it going, what the hell for? No, I don't know.
I know. I've eyeballed it too.
I'm like, no.
I'm like, no, I don't really want it. The only reason I bought the other two Mario sets was just, like I said, put in the city.
And then, of course, I hear BFAB saying, but you can get views on a short dock. And I'm like, it ain't worth it.
Dude, look. I don't know what else to do, man. I don't present myself to be the best YouTuber, to make the best content or anything like that, man. But I have tried to make good shorts, dude. Whether it be about my city, or maybe Mrs. Hive's collection, or maybe some Pops, or maybe my Star Wars shelves, or maybe this, or maybe that, maybe the stop motion, the whatever it may be, man. I have tried to make good, different shorts that would hook people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But apparently, yeah, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what magic formula is.
Yeah, I've given up
What's up,
trying all that.
Solo?
I've given up trying all that nonsense. Good evening, Solo. I think it's evening for him.
Oh, yeah, good evening, Solo. I mean, you know, like, and you know, like I was talking to Greg about it earlier. Like, you know, I was thinking of him and Cece are good examples of how the shorts have really, like, just, you know, really blowing your channel up. Like, because he got 1,000 subscribers, like, in less than, like, basically a week. You know, he gained about another 1,000. I mean, it might have been like a week and a half or something like that. But you know, he's got his, you know, and Greg makes good content. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, I've always said that. But you know, like what I think his short video he made a week ago was him building the teal brick. I mean, got like 24,000 views on that thing, man.
Well, you know, it's
I mean,
the teal brick. I guess I don't know. I don't
like,
get it. Greg
no.
says it's all about look, but I'm just like, I think there's a little bit more involved in that than just that look.
So yeah, so he says it's about luck, and I see that's the thing. I don't want to. That's the thing that's so crazy. Is I mean, there are definitely some videos that are, you know, I'm sure are just appealing, that they catch your eye. You know, like I'm sure like the one Brick Studio did in the beginning with the Super Mario, like that was right at the beginning of the Mario thing. So I mean that makes sense. But yeah, other ones, it's just, I don't know. There is no rhyme or reason. But it's not even just the shorts. Like I've done this. I've been talking about this before the shorts with like my regular videos. You know, I've literally tried to make like any type of video I can that's something different or interesting, and I just cannot get, you know, like one of those crazy videos. You know what I mean? That gets whatever amount of views.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not like it's like the end of the world, you know, or nothing like that. It's just confusing because you wonder, like, okay, is it something that I'm doing wrong? Can I do something different? Like, and I'm not talking about just general improving over time, and that just happens. But like, is there something specific that I can do or don't do, or is it literally just the analytics just being completely random? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the thing is because I watch my analytics a lot and I study them, and again, I cannot find any. The only thing that, as far as any rhyme or reason I can find, is just people just don't like my stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, not like that, but not like that. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can think of. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
And
so
your light is off high. I feel like I'm talking to some sort of informant.
I know, right? I should change my voice so you can't understand.
Exactly.
What's talking to you right now.
It's like I'm talking to some hood guy because he's got the crooked hat. So I'm talking to a hoodwink about illegal Lego products. Yeah.
Now, Greg, I understand the crane one with Solo. I totally get that. And that's because that
What kind of cranes?
He's got that huge crane he's done his videos on.
Well, the weird thing is that, you know, all these shorts, everybody's like, yeah, well, of course I saw it because I'm subscribed, but, you know, I don't look when I click on the watch button. I don't, like, you know, check to see how many views it has or anything like that. I probably watch it before it gets the 50 million views after I've watched it.
But
because I'm right there, you know.
But you know, like the crane thing, I get because that's again, it's something that's different. You know,
Was it a Technic crane?
Yeah, like how many gigantic Lego Technic cranes do you get to see? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that doesn't make any sense. It's Technic. I mean, why would anybody watch that? It's Technic. Bleh.
So you know, I get that. You know what I mean? The thing that sometimes I don't understand, and like the example I brought up like maybe a week or two ago or something like that when we were discussing it was like I've seen, and I'm not saying any names because I'm not trying to point anybody out because I don't hate anybody at all. I'm not mad. It's not even about jealousy. Like I said, for me, it's more about just understanding how it's working because I have nothing to be jealous about. I'm so lucky to have the channel I have and all of you and members and all the donations you guys have done. Like I'm a very lucky person. So I don't want it to seem like that. Again, it's just trying to understand the analytics of what is what. So
Exactly.
I saw somebody put a short out, I don't know, maybe it was a month or so ago or something like that, and it was of some Star Wars stuff.
Okay.
And you know, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't like any kind of high quality or nothing like that or nothing. So, but they got, I forget how many, but it was many thousands of views, right? So I do one, which I, not even just opinion wise, just I thought it was just better quality, the picture and everything. And yeah, I mean, I get a few hundred views, but nothing like that. You know what I mean? So, and that's, I'm not talking about the new one I just did, but like the one I did before. So, I mean, again, it's trying to figure out what was it about that one compared to what was it about mine. You know, is it something specific? You know, something somebody, you know, that people like more, or was it just random, you know, analytics?
I don't get it.
Oh yeah, Solo. I am so sorry about what happened to your Lego, man.
I hope there's going to be a video show the aftermath, and then a video of you crying. It'd be a great short. You know, just hit the pause, turn the camera around, cry a little bit, upload. Million views. Man cries over pirate ship. Fantastic. I mean, what's his name? Remember Republic Bricks or Republic Attack? Because Lego got stolen. He came on. He cried in the video. I'm quitting Lego. It's horrible. Life is, you know, life's not worth living. 2 million views. Lego hooks him up. They're like, yo, we're Lego. Write a list. Write a list of what was stolen. Boo. It's replaced. There you go. You know, Patreon people dropping the cash, everything like that. So yeah, Solo, cry on video. Cry on video. People love it. Yeah, I mean, just think how many views that BFAB got crying on the Instagram. I mean, he got a lot of views. People were watching him cry.
People do like drama, man. You know, they like to watch a car crash.
And people love, you know, crashed Lego too. People love seeing crashed Lego. So you know.
Yeah. I forgot all about that.
Solo's too angry. He's too angry. Well, then show the broken Lego, and then turn the camera, angry face, and then say some angry words. Upload, boom, short. 1 million views, especially with that English accent going all angry English style.
Yeah, man, that was rough looking at those pictures. Because yeah, that was with the Steamboat Willie and the pirate ship in the bottle, and I don't know what else you had on there, man.
Oh, it was laden. It was laden with stuff.
I know it was a lot.
Are you gonna rebuild it all, Solo, or are you just gonna chuck it in a bin? Be like, I'll sort it in 2 years or something. When the anger level goes down when I look at it.
Gonna say just throw me something else.
I'd call the shelf company. I blame you. You owe me.
So I'm very curious, kind of back to Star Wars, what the plot for Obi-Wan is going to be about.
Yeah, is it going to be like... So are they trying to like... Okay, hold me back now. So the Mandalorian and child, so it's the Mandalorian running around, it's a badass dude and a helpless child. So now, Obi-Wan, you got Obi-Wan running around, badass Jedi dude, trying to hide out with a child. Or is they going to like, you know, have young Luke running around, because it'll be like young Indiana Jones. It'll be like, oh... Because didn't he like mention that he knew who Ben was, kind of like in the Star Wars? So this way, every few episodes or whatever, look, it's young Luke, hanging out with Ben, doing something out in the desert, and then, you know, sending him back.
No, I think it was just he was a legend, like, you know, he knew about some old hermit, you know, named Ben or old Ben or something.
Yeah, I can just see young Luke appearing in the Obi-Wan show,
and that's
going on adventures.
That's why
learning about the Force before he knows about the Force. Oh, brother.
You have to be very careful, man, when you're going to make stories about the past for already established movies and stuff like that, because
that's why prequels all suck.
Right, dude. That's you get. There's so much that could go very wrong.
And the fact that, you know, he's covered in plot armor. Only Darth Vader can kill me in A New Hope, so I can do anything I want. You know, I could even have a robot arm that I don't tell Luke about, you know. Anything can happen.
Yeah, and look, here's another thing too that I know a lot of people, including I remember getting into good discussions with my dad about this because my dad was very upset when they redid all the original, the original trilogy and put like Anakin at the end as a Force ghost
Yeah.
and all that because my dad's thing was he doesn't mind if you throw in a couple of special effects or if you make the quality of the film better, you know what I mean, or something clear or whatever the case may be. But when you add completely new elements to the story, he's like, well, he's like, that means that when I watched the movie when it came out, and he says, he's using me as an example, even though I was still alive when, but it doesn't matter. But he's like, but then when you watch it, like we're seeing two different movies, like two different perspectives of movies, and not because of our own perspectives, but because each movie is different. Yeah, he just really didn't like that because he says it messes with the story, it messes with a lot of stuff. It's not the original thing. So he goes, so what does that mean? Like every 10 years, George Lucas can go ahead and add more stuff to it? Like it's a constant work in progress. Like it's just no longer like a solid.
This is a better CGI bantha, damn it! I'm putting it. I'm putting it in. I'm putting it in.
Because more and more better technology will eventually come out. So like you just gotta keep messing with it, and which I don't even know if it's good or bad or right or wrong. I don't know. But my God hates it, dude.
Yeah, well, it's his movie. Do what the heck you want.
Yeah, no. Well, I guess it's not his movie anymore.
Well, not anymore, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I just keep waiting for him to. It's like, yeah, he sold the property for this, that, and the other thing, and he's still like a creative consultant. I'm just waiting for Lucas to come out with his own. He's like, boom, here, Disney. Well, here's my pitch for a Star Wars thing. Let's do this.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen some of the interviews.
Because this way, all the production costs are all on you. All the headache of everything is all on you. Here's the script. Boom, George Lucas. I'm out.
But look, he's got no one to blame though, but himself about stuff because I know he regrets kind of selling the movies now because they didn't let him, I don't think, work on it.
Well, yeah, really, especially after the nightmare that was the trilogy. He's just looking at it like.
Dude, yeah, because that's really good.
But he's sitting on his big fat pile of cash. What does he care?
Well, and the thing is like a lot of things that other people brought up about the movies is like, it's supposed to be like the end of the Skywalker saga and everything, but it's like, dude, like Luke really, actually not.
He's already gone.
Luke, Leia and Han, all of them, dude, really, I don't think were done justice, man. In these movies. Like, it was kind of sad. They didn't even get together in any of them. But, like I said, it is what it is. Nothing you can do about it now.
Exactly.
And I don't even know if it's worth them trying to go in and trying to, I don't know, I want to say retcon stuff or.
Yeah, no. Just move on. Yeah. What was done. It was done. Let's just learn from our mistakes and go forward and be like, okay, let's not do that again.
Stickers.
It's like keep Rian Johnson as far away from Star Wars as possible. Thank you for The Last Jedi, but yeah, we're done. Thank you. Move on.
Well, I mean, it's not true, is it, that he's supposed to helm like these other trilogies?
Yeah, no, that's done. That's done. They kiboshed that already. They're like, no, they gave it to that other dude. He's one of the guys that's been directing Mandalorian episodes. Brown guy, dark hair. He's gonna do a trilogy. That guy.
Oh wait, not.
But it's gonna be some trilogy taking place, I guess, in the past or some dang thing with the New Republic, Old Republic, some kind of Republic. I don't know. They're afraid to go forward. To like, okay, this is what takes place after Luke Skywalker and everybody's dead. But technically, the Rise of Skywalker was what happened after Luke Skywalker and all the Skywalkers were dead.
Right.
So. It pretty much ended. The Last Jedi pretty much ended the Skywalker saga. I mean, it was over right then. Boom, done. And that's another reason to hate Rian Johnson.
Look, I don't know what the dude's vision was, but honestly, I'm pretty sure he told everybody.
I don't think he really cared. He just was interested in making a good science fiction movie that had Star Wars wrapped all around it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, ta-da.
But he's not, he doesn't get all the blame,
Oh, no, exactly. Because they all greenlit it. You know, Kathleen Kennedy's all like, yeah, more. And she damn well knew that the three plot thing, that, the whole loose storyline thing, don't act like she didn't know. And then she's all like, yeah, I'm going to greenlight this nonsense anyway, because, yeah, I want to make Rian Johnson happy. And everybody's all like, we got Rian Johnson. He did those 2 movies that were so fantastic. So, yeah, let's offer him a 3-movie deal. Before this one's even out, we'll be like, yo, we're going to give you a trilogy too, man. We love you so much, And then this movie came out and everybody's like, what the, and the studio's like, I think we're going to have to take back that deal. Sorry. Everything's on hold. We're going to say everything's on hold, but actually we're just canceling everything.
And I didn't have any issues really with like Solo or Rogue One, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they were okay. I thought Rogue One was the best of the...
Yeah, I like Rogue One better. But I didn't hate Solo.
I don't know. He didn't seem Solo enough. He just didn't seem Han. I don't know. It was just some dude running around calling himself Solo. It was just,
I will say one of the dumbest things though about that movie was how he came up with his name.
Oh,
like,
hell
really?
yeah.
You didn't
Hell
have a
yeah.
last name, dude?
Hell yeah, I agree with that. It should have just been that was his name. It'd been like Han Solo. Didn't need to be all, let me make up the Solo part. Some random dude, especially some random dude. It'd have been one thing, it'd been like some crime lord, been all like, yeah, I call him Solo.
Yeah.
Because he does blah, 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 And then like, oh, cool, man. But just some random dude, oh, you're by yourself, the Solo, yeah. That was them pissing on the fans again. They're like, hey, check that out.
I know, right?
Expectations, subverted. Boom, yeah.
Someone's like, how do you not have a last name, dude?
Thank you. That just was
Like, you
dumb.
didn't even make one up if you didn't have one?
Exactly. I'm Joe Alderon, something.
Oh, man. Like, what, you got a one-name name, like Prince or something?
Yeah, Prince. Exactly. I'm Sting. Yeah, exactly.
Sting.
I'm just Han. It's just Han, man. Just Han. Well, that was just like in the Mando when he asked him what's your number, and he's just like 5.
Like, that's not gonna be 1 digit. Just make something up, dude.
Thank you. I already had a fake number in my head. I was like, yo, just say TK16 or something. Just spit it out. He's gonna look it up anyway. But that guy was just kind of creepy. That guy was just like creepy.
Well, something that Mrs. Hive asked, and I just kind of pulled an answer out of my butt. I didn't know what the right answer was. But so she asked me, she's like, well, when he took off his helmet to scan his face, she's like, what, how did that work? Because it's not like he was working for the Empire, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I told her, I was like, well, I think it's just because you just have to scan a human face. Like, they don't want a droid or something, you know what I mean?
Oh, there you go.
That's what I thought. I don't know if it's right, but...
But the other thing, too, after that was over, I was just kind of like, you realize your face is now in Imperial records.
Yeah.
And if they add up the pieces,
there's gonna be a one,
somebody, especially, what's his name? Moff Gideon, when he climbs out of the wreckage at the end of this season, and he's not dead yet, and they half robot him, he's going to track Mando's, everywhere he's been, because they have a tracking device, before they blew it up and whatnot. He's going to know, oh, look.
But, that's something I didn't really think about, man.
His face appeared here, and they blew up this station over here. Aha! Now I know what he looks like, and other kind of stuff. Man. Yep.
Because, the Empire's going to plaster that thing everywhere.
And I'm like, and if he doesn't show his face to, Grogu at this point, I'm just going to be disappointed. It's going to be like, you let random criminal guy see your face, ain't no thing. But, the child that you risk everything for, you're not going to take your hat off and have some soup with him? I mean, come on. What kind of a father are you?
I mean, at this point, you're right, though, man. Like, really, like what's it going to matter, dude?
Exactly. You don't have to take it off in front of it. Especially after Bo-Katan and all of them were like taking off their helmets. I think that was why he was able to go, I can still be Mandalorian and take off the hat.
Yeah, maybe that's something that's slowly creeping up on him now. Like he's you know, like, okay, maybe this isn't that big of a deal,
Right.
kind of thing.
Especially if I want to be like the other Mandalorians and not one of the outcasts or whatever. Because now he
Right.
can't go back to that clan. Because if that lady's still alive, she'll be all like, "Did you ever take your hat off?" And he'd be like, "Well, a couple of times." Is she gonna be like, "You're out, you're out, you're out. I can't talk to you. I should take your armor and just beat you down."
Can you imagine, dude, how rough that would be?
Uh-huh.
I can't talk to you anymore.
You know, she just pull off that hammer and crack his head open, be like, "Bang! This thing forges Beskar. It can bust Beskar. You dumb dumb."
What's up, MJ? How you doing, man? Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
I know. And after that last episode, I'm like, why is ships not? You know, if I'm the super rich king of Planet X, why is my ship not coated in Beskar?
Mm-hmm.
That way, anybody shoots at me, I'm just kind of like, whatever. Let me just ram your ship.
That Beskar is some strong stuff, man.
I know.
God dang, if you can hold off a lightsaber.
And of course, you know, he has the Beskar armor on, and then stormtroopers can finally hit something, and it's him. And they're just bouncing off him.
Yeah, they gotta be like, what the heck, man?
They're like, damn it, I finally shoot somebody, and they got bulletproof armor. What's up with that?
Oh god.
The stormtrooper just throw his gun down. I can't win. I'm out of here. I'm out. All the troopers just leave. We're out of here. Goodbye.
Can't do it anymore.
Exactly. Just quit shooting at us. We're going.
Uh-oh. What's wrong here? All right.
But yeah, I want that Moff Gideon Star Destroyer. Let's make it. Let's have it. Where's it at? Let's go. And let's make it scale to the UCS Star Destroyer. That way it could just pull up alongside.
Right.
And of course, those Death Troopers, we need the minifigure.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you know, Legos, they've got so much arsenal now for stuff they can build. I really hope they don't disappoint, man. And make freaking X-Wings and stuff.
Well, or that Disney is like, says no, because they're like, no, we don't want to oversaturate with blah, blah, blah. So we're only going to let you make this many for Mandalorian. Choose wisely. You know,
well,
and you know, Lego.
Just the Mandalorian, like I said, they've got the Bad Batch now that's going to have stuff coming out and all these other things. I mean,
oh yeah, well, plus then, you know, plus the latest, this year's X-Wing, this year's, you know, TIE Fighter, this year's blah, blah, blah. And I get why they have to make those, because, you know, hello, new kids showing up. They need their TIE Fighter. They need their X-Wing, you know. So if you retire the old one, you got to bring a new one out, you know. It's like standard fare for Star Wars. To have it not be available from the Star Wars line just seems kind of like wrong.
right. Yeah. I feel like we got to figure something out,
But they should make something from the holiday show.
But the new one?
The new holiday Lego cartoon thing. They should make a set from that, something.
I still didn't get a chance to watch
With
all
a bunch, with a bunch of the especially with a bunch of the minifigures all wearing their holiday sweaters and whatnot. A little scene of some sort to be like, yeah, it'd be cool. They should have, like, next year's advent calendar for Star Wars should be based on it. Because there were ships, you know, the Millennium Falcon was in it, you know, and other ships, and so they, you know, they could do that. The Emperor was in it, you know, they could put in the Darth Vader, put them all in, you know, holiday sweaters of one sort or another. The Emperor was hysterical in that. I loved it. And then everybody was complaining about Rey's voice. I'm just kind of like, to me, you know, it sounded like Rey, okay?
I can't remember how close it sounded.
It sounded like her enough for me to be like, okay, that's Rey. I mean, it's like everybody is not that actress, so they're, you know, not going to be able to be like, hi, I am a perfect voice impersonator. It's like, it was close enough. It was a girl with an English accent. I was like, okay, go. I don't see what people are hating on, but it's fine. I mean,
yeah, I don't think it was something that really threw me off.
Yeah, we couldn't afford her. It's just like she costs too much now.
Well, they didn't have anybody come back, did they?
Yeah, I don't think so, because none of them, they all cost too much. I think the Emperor and like the Darth Vader, some of those people were people that they've already used in previous, you know, Lego Star Wars stuff or whatever. So,
right.
Because the Emperor sounded like the exact same Lego Emperor I've always, come to know and love from the Freemaker Chronicles. And it was the exact same disposition and everything. It's like, yeah, that's the Lego Emperor. Bloodthirsty, yet, amusing.
All right. What's up, Lego Mike? How you doing, brother?
My favorite scene is because in the Freemaker Chronicles, you get to see him fall down the shaft.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he flies, and because Ezra and them, they're fighting on the reactor.
But that wasn't continuity, though, right?
Technically, no, but they're fighting on the reactor right before, Lando and them come in on the ships and blow it away, and they escape right before that. But right before that happens, you see the Emperor's falling, and the Emperor, of course, is saying amusing things like the Emperor does, as he's going, ah! And he falls past them, and they look and they see him, they're like, huh? And then continue their battle.
I almost bought one of those sets. It was that ship that came with that.
The Arrowhead. That was. I mean, the show was like, it was because it was Lego. It was, that's why a lot of people, I guess, don't like it or whatever. But it took itself seriously when it needed to be serious. But yeah, they were, three teenage kids, having fun at this salvage yard, repairing ships and having this adventure with the Force, and that they got, wrapped up with the Emperor and everything else. But the Kyber blade that they had, you could cut a planet in half with it. You could stand on one planet and like cut a moon in half that was in orbit or whatever. The Emperor wanted that, and they put a bit of it on the front of that Arrowhead ship, and so that ship could fly through a Star Destroyer and cut it in half. And so there were several scenes where you were in the cockpit of the ship as it went right at a Star Destroyer, and you went all the way through that ship from one end to the other. So it had a lot of cool animation, and it was just, it was an entertaining little story. There's no reason to hate on it. It's not canon in any way just because, it was Lego and not regular animation or whatever, but it was pretty good. And I got a couple of the seats. And then MOC was in it. MOC is totally awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's a robot Sigfig, or, Sigfig. Minifig. But yeah, he's named MOC, like Bonk. Like, your own creations. Because he was the Emperor's own creation. Yeah, and he had a rivalry with Darth Vader. It was quite entertaining. You should see the Freemaker Chronicles. They're entertaining.
Yeah, I'll check it out, man. Because I remember a lot of people were talking about the whatever the Yoda Chronicles or whatever it was too, man, and how that wasn't really, I guess, canon. Because that's where that Jack character came from. Because I got his ship and minifigure.
Jack 17 or something.
Yeah, because I just thought it was an awesome minifig with the clear arm and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, the robot eye and the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People just didn't like it because Yoda was just super goofy. He's always doing that Yoda laugh.
Right, yeah.
Like, good lord.
Like, you're not a joke for you.
Exactly. It's like, you're not a clown that tells dad jokes. Knock it off.
Okay, I see.
Lego Mike is here. And he says, only Star Wars news I have found set 75249 Y-Wing misprinted for $12 at Walmart. $12.
Wow.
Even if it wasn't misprinted, it would still be, that'd be a deal. $12.
So what? Yes.
Exactly. See, and Jonah liked Freemakers. Yeah, you know it was good. So which car is that?
Oh, this is the Charger.
Oh, is that Ghost Rider? Doesn't Ghost Rider drive in a Charger too?
Because somebody had mentioned that I should mock this into the Ghost Rider car, and I was like, yeah, but I think there's one coming out, man. But BFAB said it doesn't look as good as this one, though. So I guess if you wanted a Ghost Rider car, this would be the one to use.
Is that a Speed Champion?
Yeah, it's the one that came with the Challenger.
Oh, with the Corvette.
Yeah. Something nice about the Charger, though, is you can take this out. I'll find a Never mind, I guess it's stuck in there. Good. There we go.
Yeah, well, a couple of them have that, and you can.
Yeah, and then swap out. I don't recall the other ones being like that. But I like it with the engine sticking out more. Oh, Raptus is back.
With the coolers or whatever they are, the lifters, the louvers.
Yeah.
Those
All
loud
right.
things that go.
Sorry, y'all were talking about Freemaker Adventures, and I was like, I gotta put my 2 cents in.
Did you see it? It was a good show.
I didn't see all of it, but I saw a good bit of it, and I thought it was actually a pretty nice little Lego thing. It wasn't like too childish. Like, it had parts of Star Wars that actually made sense to like a fan like me, but it was also enough to where I could show like my 6-year-old sister something like that, and it wouldn't be like too to where she
Like,
basically
too
wouldn't
violent.
understand it.
Exactly.
So yeah, I thought it was pretty fun.
Oh yeah,
I
the family dynamic.
It looked like something that if I had the time to sit and watch it, I would. I don't know how much I would enjoy it, but I know I probably would not hate it.
Yeah, Roger.
Exactly. That's still a big title going to something that's made like nowadays for children, because a lot of like the cartoons that go on nowadays are way too childish for me to even look at without cringing.
Can't. I watched an episode and that's about all I can do. And be like, nope.
Like, this sounds weird, but my 6-year-old sister watches My Little Pony, and I would watch it with her, and I would actually be somewhat entertained by that because it seemed like it wasn't too childish. I watched it and I wasn't cringing like I would like the newest like SpongeBob episodes that go on nowadays and all that type of stuff. It's
So you're
weird.
you're a brony? Is that what you're saying? You're a brony?
No, oh hell no. Oops, sorry. I did not say that. You heard nothing, YouTube. YouTube heard nothing.
No, I don't think that word's gonna be too bad. But yeah, I mean, I remember when I was younger, I don't remember really enjoying it necessarily, but I remember watching a lot of the stuff my sisters watched. And, I'd be sitting around watching it. Like, I remember like, what was it? Like, I'm pretty sure My Little Pony was one. Care Bears and what was the other one? I remember Rainbow Bright. I remember that one. Then they had some stuff that was like a mirror image, kind of like a bar stuff. Like, we had He-Man. My sister, she had She-Ra. I can't think of the other one at the moment, but yeah, some stuff was interesting.
It's Sailor
Exactly,
Moon. I remember Sailor Moon. I'm like, really?
Sailor Moon.
Oh God! All right, fine. It's on. Just be quiet.
Did I ever show you guys? I can't remember if I showed you or not. The let me switch cameras so you can see it better. The Stay Puft bag that I gotten
Stay Puft bag.
with the Ecto one.
Oh, like a bag of marshmallows.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, it was a sticker. I couldn't remember if it was a print or not. But yeah, you build. Yeah. I guess you throw it in the car. I don't know, but I was like, it seems like it'd probably fall out of the car and get lost.
And that car is based on the new sequel that's coming out.
Yeah, which supposedly is still supposed to be like the original Ecto one.
Yeah, just left in the barn or whatever it was.
All right.
Yeah, because I want to know what happened to the old gang. When the new gang shows up or whatever
I'm
they are.
really hoping they'll explain some stuff.
Exactly. Just got to say a few lines like, "Oh, so and so died. So and so, stopped believing." Especially when I find out what happened with Vinkman and Sigourney. Did that ever work out? Will their kids show up?
Oh yeah, because that's right. And they wait.
Or the baby that was.
She had a kid.
She had a kid, but I thought they were going to get married or whatever. And did they ever have a kid? And whatever happened to that kid too? You know what
I want to happen? I sort of want it to be like almost like a veteran sort of like PTSD sort of thing with like one of the characters where it's like, no, I've been through way too much with this whole Ghostbuster stuff. I can't help no more.
Exactly, hiding out somewhere. Especially if this one does good, and the other guys are still alive, it'd be like, yo, Get them in, even if it's for 5 minutes. That's why when they had the girl one, I was just so disappointed because it would have been so easy for it to have been, oh look, each one of the girls is a daughter of one of the original Ghostbusters, and go.
Yeah, I think that.
And they still could have been girl power and on and on.
Well, and here's something I never understood about that. When we saw the first trailer, they say, like, whatever, 20 years ago or 30 years ago, like, 4 men saved New York and blah, blah, blah. And then they show the symbol, somebody spray painted in the subway. But the movie has nothing to do with the past continuity. Nothing. Like, literally nothing. It's like a reboot. So I'm like, I don't understand what they were trying to do with that, unless they were literally just trying to use that as the tagline to pull people into thinking something.
Right, say, hey, blah, blah, blah. Exactly. And that's what I thought until you start watching some of the previews and you're just kind of like, where's Dan Aykroyd? He's still alive. Where's Bill Murray? You know, it's like, what's going on? Why are these people not appearing, you know, in the movie? And it would have just been so easy to do that, and then, you know, then their roles in the movie would have made more sense than, you know, what they were. I mean, Bill Murray was that fashion critic or whatever it was, and I don't remember what Dan Aykroyd was. He a taxi driver or something?
The misconception a lot of people had is I don't think people had an issue with there being women Ghostbusters.
Nope, not a problem at all.
That was not the issue at all. One, the story just kind of really sucked.
There's
but
that.
two, I think a lot of people just thought it would be better and made more sense if either A, they were daughters or maybe relatives, or B, they were just friends or something that the baton got handed down to them. You know what I mean?
Right, or they were a branch office, because it's kind of like, you know, they can't, you know, those 4 old guys can't cover all of New York, so these guys cover the Bronx, this other team covers Staten Island, you know, whatever, and they would have been a team.
Yeah.
And then they could have franchised the crap out of it.
They just really, really went heavy on like stereotypes, and I don't know, man. There's just a lot of stuff that just was just.
Yeah, the Egon, the lady that was playing the Egon-like character, I liked her. She was funny, and then Thor was hysterical too. But the other characters were just kind of dumb.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is I can't remember her name. The black woman. I can't think of her name off the top of my head. But she, in the trailer, I remember the trailer, I was thinking she was probably going to be the cringier one in the movie, but she wasn't really even, like, except for like the couple scenes they show in the trailer, she was totally different in the movie. She seemed like the most relatable character.
Exactly. She wasn't the loud, crazy, obnoxious one that you thought she was going to be.
But see, and then there was another thing that kind of bugged me about it too, because, you know, obviously they were talking about, you know, woman power and equality and this and that, and they still gave the same type of role, you know, to the black person. It's like, why couldn't she been one of the scientists? Like, come on, man. It's like, come on, dude. So, just like, you know, how we talked about, I know we talked before about Captain Marvel, how, you know, the white lady wasn't the first Captain Marvel female. It was
exactly. It was a black lady, and she was badass too.
Yeah, and she was super badass. Now, her character, I can't remember if it's her or her daughter, is actually going to be in WandaVision. I just can't remember if it's her or the daughter. I think it's the daughter that's going to be.
And then they announced Captain Marvel 2, and she's going to be in that as, you know, Monica Rambeau. They're like, and that was like one of the named characters that they named in there to make sure people knew, like, hey, we're trying to advance the storyline. Don't hate on Brie Larson.
Yeah, and that's, again, you know, I just think that a lot of times people get stuff misconstrued, man, about like the sex thing with, you know, with a woman, powerful woman character and stuff. Like, for instance, like right now, one of my favorite, most badass characters is Gina Carrero, you know, in Mandalorian. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, man. I'm drawing a blank, but Cara Dune.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Like, she's like one of those coolest, baddest female characters that I think is out right now. I remember Mrs. Hive and I were cheering, man, in the last episode where she was taking out a couple stormtroopers and stuff. And she's just a very likable character too, man, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, and she beat up those guys in that previous episode.
Right.
Had to get that stuff. Oh, you guys are
And
stealing stuff.
even like on a non battle type of thing. My wife was watching the show, and I caught some of it with her. It was called The Queen's Gambit, I think, or I think it's called The Queen's Gambit or The Queen's Gamble. I can't remember, but it's about a female chess player, and like she dominated everybody in the chess world, man. Like we were rooting for her too, you know. It was like, so I just think a lot of people definitely get some of that stuff mixed up, you know, where it's not.
That's
like,
why. That's why it kind of annoyed me with like the sequel trilogy, where it's like, I'm pretty sure there was something out where like one of the people that were working on the movie said that like the fans were sexist because they didn't like Rey. It was like, no, we're fine with female characters. It's the fact that y'all just can't seem to write a character correctly.
Right. Well, like Rey was great in the beginning. I didn't have any issue with her being powerful or her tapping into powers, you know what I mean, that she didn't know about and stuff. Where I thought it started to get a little ridiculous, where she they just started giving her like godlike powers in a way, you know what I mean? Like where, you know, she's floating and all the rocks are floating around her like in an atom type of, you know, shape or something. You know, or her healing. Like, I'm not saying you can't do stuff, but it's like, I don't know.
She did it all first try.
You know, maybe if they would have gave some more context, you know, like showed maybe a clip or two of her training with Leia, you know what I mean? Like, that they supposedly were doing in between the movies. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff, man, that just, I think that they could have done better with Rey.
Right. Well, she just seemed to me like she was a more powerful version of the Force, and that's why she could do things with the Force without even knowing that she was using the Force.
With like that whole Reylo thing, I kind of wish it went like without.
Oh, I guess not.
He'll have to come back. He'll have to come back and tell us.
I was like,
and your audio is horrible. There's like an echo going on over there.
What, with me?
Yeah, there's some sort of weird feedback.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I gotta figure out what's going on with the audio on the laptop or something, because people were saying that last night, and I don't know what it's from.
Yeah, well, that's just like when they were saying that the fans don't like strong female characters, like in Star Wars, and it's just kind of like, you guys have watched Star Wars, right? Princess Leia from the get-go was a strong woman character, okay? She took the blaster. She took the blaster out of Luke's hand, and she took charge. So it was like, and nobody had a problem with her. So it's like, why would you think that we didn't like female characters?
Well, the thing too also was like, look, back in Phantom Menace, you know, they were talking about how, you know, Anakin had the highest midichlorian count they'd ever seen, even higher than Yoda and all that. So
yep,
we never saw him do anything quite like that. So I mean, I don't know if it's like, does she have a higher midichlorian count? Is it just like she could just do different powers?
Right, well, but you know, in the Phantom Menace, it's like don't act like the Force didn't help him win that race, and the Force didn't help him blow up that ship, and it's like he did all that unconsciously. So it's like the fact that he didn't make things float in the air, or he didn't directly influence somebody's mind, people are acting like he wasn't. It's just like he was a Mary Sue, just like Rey.
Mm.
You know, so it's just kind of like police, just like Luke being able to direct a photon torpedo down a moving tunnel, you know, to reach the reactor and not hit anything the entire time it's going down. There's not only is the torpedo moving, his ship is moving, but the Death Star is moving, and that tube is moving and rotating, and so he's somehow using the Force to hold and control this torpedo all the way down the thing to blow up the Death Star. It seems Mary Sue-ish to me. Especially since the only training he had was put a helmet on and deflect a couple of bolts with a lightsaber. That was it. So
Yeah,
the whole
I mean,
Mary Sue thing, yeah, I'm just kind of like, the Force does what the Force does. So the Force, you know, will use somebody to do whatever. It's just kind of like, because they didn't explain it, you know, people are all up in arms like, oh my God, it's like, it's like, it is what it is, you know. It's just kind of, and half the stuff that they do in those movies is because it moved the story along, you know, or it just showed her ability with the Force, which they needed to do, you know.
Right.
I feel like with Rey, like that whole Reylo scene, as I was trying to explain before StreamYard kicked me for some reason. I feel like what should have happened is that Rey defeats Palpatine, but Ben doesn't come to save her. Like, she's sitting there, she tries to go get Ben, she tries to heal him, fails, she gives him a kiss, and he dies. Like, she failed the healing process because she hasn't trained for it, and that's what kind of makes her pursue wanting to be a Jedi so she can help others. I feel like that's how it should have went, instead of, oh, well, she can do everything one try.
I'm still in the firm belief that Rey should just killed everybody and just been the Empress. I mean, that's my whole thought. I would just love it, dude, if she would just take, like, dude, seriously, how cool would it have been? Like, okay, she kills Palpatine, right? Kills Kylo, right? Then she just goes up and just starts taking everybody out, man. Like, that would have been, like, her jumping up on top of one of those ships. Remember when they had the horses, you know, up there or whatever? Like, she just jumps up on top of the ship, man. Just starts taking everybody out. Like, even her own ships, like, she just doesn't care. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I wanted to see. Just see her go full on Sith. But no. And see, you know, something else too.
I find the amount of rage you have inside disturbing.
I know. But something else that kind of bothered me too was I remember a big part of the movie, they kept, like, Leia, I think everybody really kept telling her about how, like, just, you know, be who you are and don't be ashamed of who you are and this and that. And I feel like that's a general narrative anyways, right? So what did she do at the end? Take somebody else's last name.
Right, instead of going, I'm Rey Palpatine. Exactly, looked at that lady and said.
And that's the other thing, like, she could have turned that name around, dude.
Uh-huh.
Like, think about how mad the Emperor would have been if he would have known, like, she was using that name for good. You know what I mean?
Exactly, righting all the wrongs that he did, going to the planets that he, you know, almost destroyed and healing the wounds.
Yeah.
If I was Palpatine, I'd be freaking pissed. I'd be like, you little...
Well, you know what? And here's the other thing too is now that Palpatine came back, and I know there was, like, canon stuff where he came back and all that, but, like, now, so he comes back. So who's to say, like, he just won't keep coming back?
Exactly, exactly. After this one, he could have another body that he's transferring into or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
because they never really explained the process to begin with. It was just like, hi, it's me, hooked up to all these machines. How are you?
Oh my god! Can you imagine? Okay. So you know how I'm always talking about how, like, I want them to make a movie like 1,000 years in the future. Can you imagine they do that and then still they bring back Palpatine like 1,000 years in the future? I'll be like, son of a...
Yeah, just like, you really thought you could kill me.
This was my plan all along. Okay, all right.
Everybody, I just want to let you know, we're going to go ahead and start winding down. We're getting pretty close to the 3-hour mark, and I got a Christmas tree to put up today. So
you haven't got a Christmas tree up already? It's like, dude.
Yeah, we've been procrastinating. So,
but speaking of, like, putting things, like, years in the future, my character, my OC that I'm working on, the story, which I realize is very hard to write a story with good continuity. So I actually set it like 3000 ABY in the future, which is a very, very long time.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a long time. Also, dude, I saw your comment about the director. He messed up the movie and stuff. No, I agree because all those women they're funny and talented and stuff like that. It's just, besides the script and the plot and the story, I think, you know, he just basically just told them just ad lib everything and
We'll pick and choose.
Interesting.
I'm just saying, that'd be pretty funny though.
What's that?
Whoops, sorry. I'm just saying, if it would be pretty freaking funny if that's actually how it went. Just like Palpatine shows up within every trilogy. Just like, what's up? You can't kill me.
He'll just pop up at the end. Ha! You thought I was dead. Here I am.
Surprise, mother lover.
Right.
I have even more machines attached to me this time. That's all.
Until he's just like a robot, like Darth Vader. He's like, you can do the very thing you swore to destroy.
Well, they can just do like that when they brought that old famous singer guy back to do that duet in that commercial. They could do the same thing with Palpatine, even after he's dead. They'd be like, no, we can CG him in. No, not a problem. We got his voice on file. We can do some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's really weird, stuff like that, because that made me think also about Black Panther, because, we were discussing earlier about how Shuri would probably, take his place. But here's the thing, the problem with Black Panther, and I don't know how they're going to possibly maybe address it, is there's a lot of afterlife stuff that goes on in Black Panther. You know what I mean?
When you go into the...
Like normally you would think that they would still be able to go into, I can't remember what it's called, but like when he ate the plants and he went to like this afterlife type thing and saw like his dad and everything, like you think
gets into the dreaming,
to go see him. So I'm curious as to how they'll work that out.
Well, but a lot of times when you do that, it's not like, like if the Black Panther T'Challa was to use it, his father wouldn't be the one he would always see, because a lot of times it's the Black Panther of the past that you need to speak to, that face something similar to you, that you can then discuss it with, and then whatever. So It's not like, so if she goes into it, she doesn't have to see her brother, because it might be a problem that was, a more distant relative would help her with or whatever. Just like they don't always have to come to you either when you go in there, just because, spirits can do what the hell they want. So they'd be all like, I ain't got time for you now,
I don't know.
But yeah, because I would think that the first person that she would see when she would go into it would be him. He would be the first one to greet her there, I would think.
I know. I feel like, honestly, that they will do a quick thing like that, like in that afterlife thing, where it would probably be very quick and obviously CGI'd, but I really feel like they'll do that. And then that will be kind of also some closure, because I just feel like it's going to be an elephant in the room that if it's never...
Exactly. We have to say goodbye to him on screen, kind of, you know what I mean?
Right. And once they do it, then I feel like it'd be okay. Like you can kind of move forward.
But I just don't think that Shuri doesn't have to become the Black Panther, because she's going to become the Black Panther, you have to do that fight. And so she can still remain as the tech person or whatever, and one of the other tribes can take on the mantle and become the new Black Panther.
Yeah, we were just thinking she would do it just because, in the comics she did, but obviously they could change that.
Right, but they could also do that in Black Panther 3 as well, that she takes it, whatever, or just give it to somebody else at first in the movie, and by the end she takes it, because she's going to have to go through her own hero's journey. We can't just slap her in the armor and be like, booyah, let's go take on the bad guy. She's going to have to go through... she's going to have to go through the process before she puts it on, because, there's going to be a lot of, regret and all that other stuff from her brother. This is my brother's armor, and, and on, and
Right.
Do I have what it takes to, take on that mantle and become queen of Wakanda,
Yeah.
Because that's what the Black Panther is, the leader.
Yeah, and I feel like Falcon and Winter Soldier would have been tied into some of it, too.
I was just disappointed they didn't show, I was like, because in the comics, he gets red, white, and blue, costume, and he wears the shield on the back of the flight thingy, because he is Captain America.
That's something a lot of people were wondering, because Bucky and Falcon have both been Captain America in the comics.
When Bucky was Captain America, it was just like, you ain't Captain America, you're a thug wearing Captain America's outfit, man. It's just kind of like, no, you do not drop people out of speeding trucks on the highway, okay? To try to get them to talk. That's not how it's done. It's just
right. And even in the show and the comics, personally, I feel Falcon is a better fit to take over Captain America's mantle. I think he has more of a, I don't know if patriotic, or I don't know what the right word would be, but yeah, Bucky's a little too gritty.
Yeah, exactly. Because the Falcon would be able to, do the TV commercials and do the, the high school videos saying, go to class, kids. It's me, Captain America. Whereas Bucky would be like, I ain't doing that crap, and destroy the set as he leaves, going, yeah. There, my shield bounced around and blew everything up. Now I'm out of here,
Yeah, exactly.
But that show looks like it's going to be pretty entertaining, and then the banter between the two should be really, really good.
Yeah, they play off each other very well. You know what I mean? So,
It looks like Strucker's back. Or what's his name? What was his? He wasn't Baron von Strucker. He was the other guy.
Zemo?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, am I thinking of Zemo? Yeah.
Yep.
it was
Yep.
Zemo, that's right.
So I'm just wondering if by the end of the season of that show, is he going to be inside the machine, like he is in the comic books? Because he's just an electronic impulse inside a robot. He's not. He doesn't have a real body anymore.
Yeah, that's I feel like that's on the horizon. I mean, that would be a good villain, you know?
Because didn't he? I thought Captain America talked to him when he was in the machine.
Yeah, and Winter Soldier. Wait, was it Winter Soldier? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's gonna end up. So we're gonna see how he ends up like that then.
Well, because we know he's not dead, even with that place blown. Because they blew up that base, didn't they?
Yeah.
But he's a digital thing, you know. Like he could have just went off on the internet somewhere, like Ultron. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think he was like hardwired into that thing or whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. But there's I know we're gonna have Kang the Conqueror for a villain.
Yeah, that's gonna be entertainingly interesting.
And I know Mephisto is gonna be floating around. But I don't know who else they're gonna bring out, man. As far as all these new movies coming out and stuff.
But Mephisto for the Doctor Strange. And the What If looks really good too. I like What If, and I love the animation. So that to me is.
Yeah, it looks really good. I can't wait to watch the Marvel Zombies one, even though I know it's not going to be the same thing as the comics, but still, it'd be really neat.
Yeah, and then of course the Japanese Star Wars too.
The Japanese Star
What are you talking
Wars.
They had the Star Wars. They had the Star Wars title, and all of it's going to be animated, and it's all done by Japanese animation people. It's not American.
That's
style.
not the
Oh
Acolyte
god,
one, is it?
Japanese anime.
So it's
No,
either
no,
Star
oh God,
Wars
Star
or
Wars
Marvel. I
anime.
can't remember one, but they announced that.
Well, then maybe it is What If, because that What If style does look anime. You know what I mean? It's got that general look to it. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely interesting. Hey, what's up, Tech? How you doing, man?
I'm just saying, I actually would be willing to watch a Star Wars anime. That'd
That
actually
one
be
they did
pretty
with
cool.
the TIE Fighter pilot was really good. I can't remember what it was called, but
It's called TIE Fighter Pilot Remastered. I have it on my watch later saved list. I watch it every once in a while. I'm like, yeah, let's watch this. This is badass. Even though I do not like the Empire, this is one fine animation. Go TIE Fighter Pilots.
yeah, it really is, man.
Wait, can someone share that with me? Can someone put the link in chat or like in the private chat? Because I want to watch that. That sounds cool.
Yeah, let me see. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because you got to do the remastered one that's got they've added the Star Wars music, and the guy added the audio tracks to it and a whole bunch of stuff.
Let's see.
Is this
where
like a
is
YouTube
it?
video or is it like part of a series?
No, it's a video that somebody made. An animation. A guy is an animator, and this was something he'd been working on the
Here we
side
go. Here it is.
for a while.
All right, hold on. I got you. Wrap this.
But yeah, it is one fine bit of Star Wars.
Yeah, it's good, man. Hold on a minute.
Link it in the regular chat too.
Yeah, I'll link it in the regular chat so everybody
Can take a look at
can
that.
watch it. It's worth it, man. It's
Exactly.
really cool. The animation's great. The story's cool. It's fast paced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a work of art.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have it saved on my watch later. I can go back to it. I don't have to look for it. It's like right there.
But yeah, there you go, everybody. I highly recommend watching it. Good stuff. Good stuff. So I don't know. I think on that note, we're gonna go ahead and shut her down.
All right.
I appreciate everybody that's been on the panel this morning. Let's see, Rapis, Doc, and who else did we have on here?
BFAB was
We
here.
had BFAB, we had NA Hobbies,
NA Hobbies.
All right,
we had Brick
Dad
Boys.
was here for a minute.
Brick Blaze was here.
What? No, Jazz was here. Who'd you say, Rapis? Brick's Toys. He was
Rick Troy.
Yes,
There
the
we
Brick
go, yeah.
Toys was here,
Brick Troy.
BFAB's here, and ANA Hobbies was here, and so was Doc and me.
Yeah.
I always hate it if I miss somebody, but people jump in and out, and I'm getting old, I forget. But yes, so thank you to everybody that was joining on the panel, and thank you to everybody that's been in the chat. As always, you definitely make Good Morning Brick Road much, much, much brighter.
And may the
Always
force be
nice
with
to
you.
be here to listen to us chat about stuff and get your guys' input and opinions and And hopefully we have some good laughs along the way. But yeah, just making sure I don't miss anybody. Sorry, you guys, you hanging out. I'm gonna get more sleep. Yeah, get some sleep, Will. You seem like you're definitely tired, man.
Yeah, mostly people are wandering away.
All right, so everybody.